alright. Gonna be funny, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now,
honey. Hello everybody. They're recording a video just there. So I can't talk very loud. So let's have a look at the comments. Crackers. Hi everyone. Please like and share. It's meant to be now. It's now. You know I'm always late. That is the bluntest knife you've ever used.
Fine, works.
Okay. I was going to go, don't trust Transpannon Express for late train from Huddersfield to York on a Good Friday. Mate, I totally get it. They are so utterly unreliable at the moment. Eric! Hello, mate. Shelby Phil. Hello, mate. How you doing? My what? My wife? Hello, beautiful lady. You right, honey? It's Dave. Hello, Dave. You right? How you doing?
Raisin, licorice,
We've got
dark fruits.
2 microphones. Got one here, which I don't think you can see. No, you can't see that one. There's a mic here. Right here. There you go. And we've got another one here because there's going to be a few more of us streaming later on. So I don't know if you guys can hear us. Hello, what's going on here? So behind, they're reviewing some crazy Blue Monkey beer that's strong. Very strong. From Blue Monkey. So, hi chaps, how's the beer doing, John? It's doing good. It's in there, just literally there. Your beer is doing very well. We need to do the pump clip actually. Got to get that done. Can you hear us? Is it clear? Is it not clear? Give me the lowdown. How's it sounding? I bought the better camera from home, so hopefully things look well your end. Thought Phil got banned for topless posing. No, he's never been banned for topless posing. In fact, that's the kind of thing we promote on this channel. Phil likes to dance and do his thing. So yeah, that's fine. So,
just on the face of it, it smells very, very lovely barrel aged stout. It's one fiery kind of cinnamon toffee, but yes, it's that.
Good evening. Hope you're having a good Friday. Been to North Wales, jaunt earlier. About to open some beer whilst I cook sea bass and chips. That sounds good. Sounds really good. Logs. Hello, mate. Looking crisp. Thank you. Can you hear us? Or can you hear them? I'm trying to keep my noise down because they're recording. I literally had to dip out because I thought if I have any more beer, I'm going to fall over, and I've got to serve customers later on. Can you hear? Sounds a bit compressed though. Yeah, it is. It might be because there's 2. If I turn that up, to there, tell me what you think. I am whispering though, so I don't know if it sounds all right or not. Has Handsome John had some? Yes, my good lady did this for me because I want Baz to do it and make it look nice, but He didn't have any slots because he's a busy man. Busy man. I'm here with the last of my Hogarden Rose Perfect Draft keg, living dangerous at 3%. Mate, I just had a 4.5% from Blue Monkey. It was like a almost tastes like a bounty. It was amazing. You'd never have known it was only 4.5%. It was banging, absolutely fantastic beer. Spot on. So yeah, you're literally looking in on a beer review, which you'll be able to see on Crumby Beard's channel. Behind the scenes at Lord's. So we're on.
Slightly spicy thing that it's got.
David says, "Hey, boy, hello, mate. How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you. What are we all doing today? Are you having a good Easter Friday? I mean, I've been working, so this morning set the live up for you guys. Had a very nice coffee, and then I went out and delivered some beer because some of the pubs need their beer because they're going to be busy this weekend. So I went and did some beer deliveries. Then I came home. One of my boys has been on a sleepover and looked absolutely broken. And he's got taekwondo tonight. He's got his training. And then my daughter is with my mother and is probably rinsing her bank account as we speak for things shopping, I would guess. But they're like two peas in a pod, honestly. My daughter and my mum are so similar. Greetings from South Africa. Thank you. Man, that's awesome. I'd love to go to South Africa at some point. Nice to have you on board, South Africa. Mark sounds louder than you, John, currently. Well, quite possibly. I'm trying to be quieter because I don't want to end up in their video shouting in the background. But have I got an echo, or does it sound all right? I'll just knock this one back for the time being. There we go. Captain Meets Adventures. My man, how you doing? I keep looking at the mic instead of the camera. Hello, piggies. Happy start to Easter, Johnny boy. Hello, mate. Nice to see you. Oh, Captain, you need to come here. You need to get on the train. Get a taxi. It costs a fortune, but it'd be worth it. You can sleep in Mark's camper. Replaced it with McKellar Game of Thrones keg. Ooh, I bet that's good. Just finished work, went to the Chippy, and on the Guinness. Can't beat a Guinness because tomorrow you'll feel fine as long as you don't have like loads and loads. But you could have. I've had times where I've had 4 or 5 beers of Guinness and I've been fine. About to crack open an American Amber Ale. Nice, fresh. What brewery is that from, mate? Sounds fine, but a bit muffled. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Yeah. I wonder if the two mics together. If I knock one off, that one's off. Ah. So the sound is only coming out of that one. Have you boys finished?
We're back in a moment. No, sorry. It won't be long. I need to feed the dogs. They're getting frantic.
They're getting frantic. We've just discovered that only one of the two microphones is working, which is weird because I thought maybe it automatically does it. Right, okay, if I press this, right, as that stops, what does that sound any different at all? Chat, tell me. I've just knocked a mic off. Lost sound. It's all gone quiet. All quiet. On the Yorkshire front. Yeah. Muted. Yeah, thanks. It's quiet. At least we can't hear Crummy banging on. Hello. Sparky boy.
How are we?
I'm all right. It's Luke John Frost. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate.
Hope you're all right. Mark gave me an 11% beer earlier.
How many?
Yeah, that's what I feel like. You're going to have to order takeaway at this rate. Mick T's in the house. Cheers.
Hello, mate.
Good evening, all, says George. George.
Hey, George.
How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. It's a big old fish you've got there.
George
Sounds
Fish.
fine now. Don't worry. Okay. Thanks, Lagerlogs.
Did you do it on mute?
Well, So apparently this sounds nice. Right. If I turn this mic on, does that sound any different now? Have I just given you an echo? Has it made any difference? Right, we're going to try something. So you're going to have that mic. I am going to go this side of the bar, and I'm talking to that mic. And chat, you operate chat and see if anybody can hear. Oh, you know what? I better turn this down. Is that down? Is that up?
I don't know.
I don't know. Is that up?
Who knows?
I'm leaving up for later. I don't know what you're doing. There's a mouse there.
Oh, there's a mouse.
Yeah.
This is weird because I don't have a mouse.
This bar,
Haven't used a mouse since about 2013.
No, I love a mouse.
Hmm.
So, question. Tell me what it sounds like now.
Does it sound good? Well,
Yeah.
there we go.
Oh, this does not have a wide angle. It's a very good
It
camera,
doesn't, does it?
but it's very limited.
Hello.
Right, chat.
Does it sound better?
Yeah. What have we got?
Going.
What's chat saying?
Nothing as of yet on the sound, I have to say. I only come over here for a quick visit before I had a wee.
Well, I need a wee, so we have to stay there. What about now? I don't know if this is up or down. I can't tell because it's got no.
Well, if I need a
markings.
wee, can I fill up your Foster's keg?
Eh?
Can I fill up your Foster's keg?
Yeah. Top it up there, right there. Right, there you go.
John sounds like he's down a well.
What about now? Do I sound like I'm down the way?
Mark sounds fine.
Can you hear me now? John, the chat. Can you hear me?
I think that's going to annoy John because his better microphone's the one which makes him sound like he's down a well.
Just 1, 2, 3. Can you hear
Sound
this?
George Jason sounds fine. Mark sounds clear. John is distant.
Ah,
You
Right,
need to
let's
turn the
turn that.
gain up, my boy.
what about now?
What about now?
Tell me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hear me now.
What's chat saying?
There he is.
I can hear me on this microphone.
Chat. Right.
No.
I need a wee.
No, I'm going first.
Imbecile. How are we doing, guys? Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good. Is it Good Friday today, John? It is Good Friday. It is a very good Friday because I'm in a brewery drinking beer. A timer's gone. It's don't know. We'll leave that. We will leave that. Where do we get up to? Fresh Country Ales. Hello, mate. I messaged David Durrell. Jonathan Watson says loud and clear now. Thank you, mate. Luke John Frost says I've had 17 pints now looking at vodka. You are an absolute animal, Luke John Frost. Luke George says fine now. Thank you, mate. Luke John Frost is somehow waffling. Yeah, mate. If you've ever been here before, you know what it's like. Captain Meats. Guys, sad news about Simon's granddad and shocking news about Paul Catterwell from S72. I knew about Simon's granddad because I saw his YouTube short, but I didn't know about Paul. I was okay. I don't know what he's up. I don't know what's happened. David was talking to Fresh Country Ales. Mosey Beers going to a little bowl share next week where we have 4 Vault City Stouts and 1 barley wine back to back. Good luck with that, Mosey Beers. Luke John Frosty, you both sound like a right pair of plums, mate. It's par for the course around here. Jonathan Watson says, yeah, rest in peace, Grandad Jimmy. Absolutely, rest in peace, Grandad Jimmy, mate. Mosey Beers says, John sounds like he's down and well. He always does. If you've spoken to him on the phone. Mosey Beers says, Mock sounds fine. Me. Mosey Beers says, John sounds like he's down and well.
But you said it sounds like that
all the time.
Yeah,
yeah, that was me. Sounds fine. Johnny's now even further down a well. He's getting further down that proverbial drunken well as well. Mick T says, I'm watching the BKB boxing, brutal stuff. Save a beard, shave a beaver. Love that, Mick T. Luke John Frost says, where's the other 2 slugs? Tom is just sorting his dogs out because he's got his dogs here in the car park. And Chris is on his way. Stu says, we're overwhelmed. Yeah, tell me about it. Paul from S Club 7 has passed away today.
What?
You know Paul from S Club 7? He was the guy that was on he went on like celebrity first dates and stuff. No way. He wasn't that old. Oh, bless him. Oh, they've only just gone back on tour, haven't they? Oh, jeez. Rest in peace, Paul. Sorry. That's awful news. Fresh Country, I was talking to David. Little Frosty's 46. Jeez. Captain says, congratulations to Paul for 1 million views. Did you see that? Paul's beer review's got 1 million views.
Yeah.
And 7,000 subs. Yeah. He's an absolute beer meth in the beer world. Bloody good bloke as well underneath it. Right, John. I need to go for a wee.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Not allowed.
Not allowed.
Yeah.
I need a wee, otherwise I'm going to do it here. See you in a minute.
Sorry guys, I'm working at the same time. I'll be with you in a sec. 1 second. I need to put some background music on. I don't know if you can hear the music in the background. It's really sunny in here. Is the weather cracking the flags outside? Is the weather cracking the flags outside? Super sunny.
It's lovely.
Yeah, that's fine.
Beautiful Yorkshire day.
I'm on the.
Dear.
Woo! There's 18 people in the house.
Hi, guys.
So later, Mark's doing a quiz.
Am I hosting it?
Yeah.
Am I?
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
I'm hosting a quiz later, guys.
Yeah. You're going to sit here and shout out to the many people.
Actually.
Yeah. Why's that mic keep turning off? That one.
Don't know. There we go. Mike T or Mick T, do you have guys they've got bands needing new venues?
No. We used to.
Sorry,
a lot. but we don't anymore.
Captain Meat says, wee. Luke John says, cracking beer festival this. Best of the Teesside / Northeast beers.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Glad you're having a good time.
Good breweries up there. Jamie says, get on the live, Luke John.
Yeah, man.
Captain Meat says, instead for the name of Mark's beer ban, Irish horse lasagna ban.
That would be good.
Fresh Country says hand pink waving.
Right.
Is that
so
what 3 words?
No. That's that new the new emojis on YouTube. So you've got all the classic emojis. They brought out some new ones.
Okay.
But unfortunately, old Sage or Siege or whatever his name is at StreamYard has yet to update the emojis.
Right.
Yeah.
Update, please. Luke John Foss says, it is at 8 p.m. Mersey Beer says, sunny but breezy in Liverpool. Yeah, a little bit like that.
What's he got? He's got a box.
Crummy's just turned up with a box.
Fragile.
Stu says, how's the horse box going, Mark? Mate, really well.
The horse box, it's awesome. It's a great project.
I'm really, honestly.
I'm genuinely excited for him. I think it's going to be mega.
I'm really hoping it's going to go well. He's
got the contract for Lord's Brewing Company to go to all the shows as well.
You did talk to me about that.
Hey, you've got it.
Yeah, maybe it'll happen. Yeah, really well, thank you, mate. Yeah, really well. It's kind of getting to the point where it's like not overwhelming. Overwhelming is the wrong word. It's more of like stuff got real. Do you know what I mean? It's gone more of like just putting a couple of bits of wood in a horse box, and it's like, right, this is a business now. Joey, hello, mate. He says, oh, heck yeah, look at this. Look at the sexiness. Hello, Joey. How you doing, mate?
Joey was right where you were stood.
Yeah, you were here, mate. Of course.
Right there.
What, autumn last year?
Yeah.
Murray says, has Mark written the questions? Mate, they are all up there. Garrett Smithy out of Gavin and Stacey. Everyone else is going to be Gary Lineker. Mick T says, Joey, hello, mate. Brother Mick. Luke John Frost says, oh, God, leave. No, we're not doing any of these. Joey says, how did you like that drive to the brew pub? Felt like you were driving to a national park. Was that me?
Yeah, driving through here and then like over the top.
Oh, mate, honestly, it was like we hit this bit. It was called the Pennine Pass. It was like being in Jurassic Park. It was the view was shy of a couple of velociraptors for me to fully believe I was immersed. But yeah, beautiful around here. And I'm from one of the flattest counties in the UK. I stood up earlier and it was on a slight incline and I tripped over. I hadn't even had a beer. And I was like, yeah, it's got to be the incline.
It's so funny. You're genuinely like, he's like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, it's a bit off.
It's weird now.
Everything's off camber. Even the floor's not even flat.
Joey says, last October, I was right where you were standing. Absolutely. Nuke says, I'm thinking my next brew could be a Belgian-style IPA. Does Luke homebrew? Or is that just his next beer?
I don't think he homebrews.
Oh.
Luke, I have no idea.
I'll tell you what, Luke John Frost, if you're reaching for the Belgian-style IPAs at 6 o'clock, fair play to you. Joey says, the view from Huddersfield is better than that from Windsor Castle. Yeah. Windsor Castle, you're just looking over industrial estates and stuff. It's actually pretty rubbish.
You look out the front here, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everybody is currently outside of the table in the sun.
Yeah. John had this, can I say?
Yeah, go for it.
There was a table dumped in John's car park. John was like flipping people, dumping stuff around here, blah, 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 blah. We sat down, didn't we? Or we went outside and Tom arrived, Crumby Beard. We were like, let's pull the table over.
It's great. The tables, I've commandeered this old garden table that somebody else was going to throw out. It's perfect. So people have been sort of popping in, saying hello, grabbing a beer, sitting out there in the sun. So this bit here doesn't really get the sun at all. But I can see it's absolutely, the sky is blue out there. Beautiful.
Luke John's
it'll still be 5 degrees.
Absolutely. Yeah, with the wind. Luke John says, flattest and fattest, Mark. Yeah, he's seen me. Mersey Beer says, the horsebox thing. John sends you with kegs and cans to food festivals around the country whilst John's man's Taproom double sales, fellas. We have had preliminary, not preliminary talks. That makes it sound like it's serious. Ideas have been floated.
Yeah, we bounced some ideas around.
Yeah.
It all well, you know me. When it comes down to it, we have to do the nuts and bolts of the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
I drive him mad because I'm like, right. So what's this, and how much does that cost, and what if this happened, and what if that happens?
But that's what we need to do.
Yeah, just throw all the problems up.
You know,
It's all very well to flag problems as long as you have solutions.
absolutely. Luke John Fred says, brew with a brewery. I'm hitting a 15% barrel aged rum stout now.
At what time?
6 o'clock.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Well, to be fair,
yeah, you go
Nah,
for it. Have fun, mate.
you do it, mate.
You go for it. Enjoy yourself.
Jamie C says, "Are you guys staying up there all weekend or just tonight?" Just tonight, mate. I've got like a VW van. I've got it out parked outside. Beds in the back and all sorts. Loving it. Bramwell says, "Driving to Lords last week at 5 a.m. was just dark, fog, sleet, and brown pants."
So when Bramwell came up the other day, it was bleak. But that's what the weather's like here. So it can be like now. I've seen it where it's like this, cracking the flags, and literally within 15 minutes from now, like there's a river running down the path.
Yeah.
And you can't see more than about 8 foot out.
Mark Jones is out, bud. We're up in Whitley Bay for 2 nights.
Nice.
There's only a bottle shop, 1 door up from my local hotel, and a craft beer bar 2 doors up from that. Well, hey, the 4.8% IPA they've got in the bottle shop is good. He's liking it.
Man.
Joey, you're going to need some sunscreen for them UK blokes. They don't see the sun. It's true, mate.
I'm going to stick the heater on, actually. It's still chilly in here.
It's true. Joey says, if you use pure beer and makes the bottle out of beer, you can get 100. Mike Jones is just going out for tapas and a few more beers, mate. Have a cracking time up in Whitley Bay, mate. Beautiful place. Luke John says, mango rhubarb gin sounds better than it is, but as a chaser, sod it. Mate, you're savage, you are. Luke John says, welcome to Yorkshire, Rob. Tom, the Crumby Beard, has arrived with 3 idiots. Luke says, Luke John Frost is messy late night live tonight. Yeah, mate, you're hitting. Oh, yeah. So Luke John Frost is hitting a 15% barrel aged rum stout right now. Yeah, guys, what have you been up to? What are you drinking? You've got a drink actually. Believe it or not, we're actually in the middle of filming a video for Tom's channel. Dogs have returned. Are these mini Cornish pasties?
Yeah, let's stick it up.
Mrs. Crumby Beard coming in with the snacks. Never your Mrs. Crumby Beard on YouTube, aren't you? Yeah. I can't say MCB because I'm an electrician. That means miniature circuit breaker. So it just confuses my mind.
He's quite smart.
And she could break a circuit when someone films too many beer reviews. I'm sure. Mark Jones says you're gonna get Fuka tonight, Mark. Yeah. Jamie C says nothing yet. Only 1:07 p.m. Oh, mate. Yeah, but Jamie, you've normally got beer in your hand. You go on some good beer adventures, you do. Mark Jones, Mersey Beer says, Mark Jones, Whitley Bay is like a second location for all Newcastle craft beers. That's not a bad thing. There's some fantastic beers in the Northeast. Jamie C says, we're all heathens in the US working Good Friday. You are. I don't know what you're doing. Quite a religious country as well. Luke John Frost says, lightweight, Jamie. See you tonight, brother. Joey says, MCB is Marine Corps Battalion. Jamie, it's death, says Joey. Mersey says, just opened the Tank Petrol Faith in Futures of Northern Monk. Mersey beers. I really enjoyed that. One of my favourite Northern Monk beers that's hit the shelves. Luke John says, hitting the 4 Chubbles again tonight. Is that the Cloudwater? Is it a stout? I feel like it's a stout. Guys, Fresh Country Ale says MCB, mandatory beer chug.
We might want to order food.
He said NBC. See? Yeah.
If you're wondering why it smells of burnt toast, that is because of all the grain and
Is there a dog at the brew pub? There's 3
There's
wolves like
Huge
there.
bad boys. Look, I'll get the camera. You are a noisy old. Look, say hello. Say hello.
Doggies.
Hello. Look. Oh, there they are. They're all very grumpy.
3 idiots. Hello, everyone.
That's just me, Tom, and John.
Yeah, that's good to say. So it's great because nobody gives you any grief behind the bar because you just set the dogs on them. You let the dogs out. Have you who farted? That is disgusting. Was it you? Was it you? Was it you? One of them tooted. I'd smell that. Dirty dogs. Dirty dogs. Glenwater 10% triple IPA. Nice. Drinking Goes Island from Perfect Draft. Nice. I'm glad you're enjoying it. He brought the Huskies. They are ready to take their beer to different villages across the UK via dog soak. You could, couldn't you? Eh? And then Jonathan says, Northern Monk Heathen for me, chasing a Cranbourne poacher and an Azvec Age of Annihilation.
MCB, did you make this sound like
Nice.
it's your fault?
What?
No, the other way around. You made it sound like it was
They're making a video.
MCB's fault, yeah.
No, it's
Oh, it's Tom's fault.
all my fault.
I'm on your side.
Right, you've got. We're open to the public very shortly.
Go for it. Right, hold on. Before I put the table down.
But I might just mute you guys so I'm not talking in the background whilst they do their video. And you can watch them. In fact, you know what? I won't mute them. I will just stand out the way and you can see a behind the scenes Crummy and Mark
Okay,
video.
this is turning into a very elongated video. It's taking quite a few parts to actually film. My dogs are here now in the brewery and being, I'll be honest, a little bit annoying, but we're going to try and do this anyway. And finally, we have Blue Monkey's Silverback Rum Barrel. Right, I'm excited for this. This one is 11.6, and what's really interesting about doing these two side by side isn't that you go, okay, they're really nice for this. We know they are because the original is good and everything else, but how different that barrel aging process changes different things.
And I'm interested to know why you've given me the stronger one first.
It might be.
Is
might be a
it
mistake.
Is it 0.8 of a percentage point?
It's 11.6. So yeah.
Yes.
So I'm now going to pack into this bottle.
Cheers.
Fingers, everyone.
Stand that.
Bottle opener. I mean, look, I've said it many times before. Wax looks lovely. When you try to actually do something on camera, it is the worst thing.
Thank God you've got the production to sort this out.
Back to the old. This is like a DIY channel.
It is a little bit.
I'll put open a wax beer, curse at it, and throw a knife at it, and try not to do it.
Massive oversized knife. That's going to annihilate anybody who can be.
This is the Yorkshire thing.
Ah, you got a big knife with it.
We're nearly there. Literally, God was asking why the tickets are on videos. Now she knows. Trying to get the tops off them.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
24 hours later.
4 hours later.
Yeah.
One eternity later. Hey, we're in. Still attached.
Tastes like wax.
Right, here we go.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Hello, Matt Williams. How you doing? I'm being quiet because they're just recording a video there. So I'm behaving. That's about right. Yeah, we all just talk waffle.
Yes, I think that's where we're going with these ones.
Plus one here, but plus two since we had daylight savings here right now. Wow. Good evening. Hello, Simo. How you doing?
It's fruity, but it's not acidic enough for the traditional lemon, lime, grapefruit, but it's also not sweet enough for your dark fruit. Somewhere in
I went to New York. I loved it. It was a great place. Good fun.
maybe some banana in there, maybe
Definitely get the banana, yeah.
maybe some banana in there, maybe a bit of Christmas, but like it's like apple Christmas almost. It's not really. Yeah, it's not really.
It's gently spicy for me. That's what I'm getting. I can still tell it's silverback on the front end.
There is a significant
Spice fruit is the order of the day here.
It's like that, but that bourbon barrel aged one. I'm talking about two drink already. The bourbon barrel aged one was very much like Christmas mince pie, mince meat, spice dark fruit. This is a bit more. It's kind of weirdly just a bit more easygoing. It's more, like you say, barbecue season.
I'm expecting this to be a bit lighter.
Yeah, and it is a percent lighter, but I think the flavouring somehow is actually a little bit more intense because those flavours are maybe a little bit more citric, a little bit more bright. Yes, the best word to use. Then actually they're a bit more dominant weirdly than the higher ABVs.
Okay.
We'll see.
We go in.
Cheers.
Cheers, Tom. Cheers, man.
I think now you can see why I chose this one second. I don't necessarily think it's a better beer. If you really don't like rum, you really like bourbon, you're going to love the bourbon whiskey one, and it's not so much. But if you kind of even on them, especially when it comes to beer terms, this has much more velocity and flavour than it keeps of it. Oh.
I had a tropical stout from Wildcard Brewing, and it wasn't imperial.
Yeah.
But this is giving me tropical stout vibes.
Has that, yeah.
It's still silverback. It's still got that lovely raisiny licorice thing that I absolutely love about silverback. But what it is, it does have that freshness all the way through on the fruit, ending with that pineapple that you talked about.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, it's very good. The reason those fruits come through is because rum, generally speaking, is made from a few. This is a man crawling through a shop. Rum is typically made with it's cane sugar, is the dominant fermentable in rum.
Yeah.
Which itself has some light fruit characteristics because of where it's generally grown in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
But also they'll put some banana, mature banana, some potentially some pineapple in there to try and get those flavours twisted.
What's going on? Like you've got really low battery.
Really low battery. Yeah. I can imagine.
Really.
You doing the bless you. You doing the old weather girl.
He
guy.
was doing the thing. I thought, yeah, it's low.
Have you got hope?
Right,
She's suffering hay fever.
Yeah.
I was going to say today, driving up here today, I was like,
We use a proper blocking.
Yeah, this is why everything's taking so long. Every 5 minutes something goes wrong, it's changing. It's nice that. I really like it.
to be fair, the intros have taken.
If I didn't, or the thing is, I can't justify buying another camera because it's not the video is not going to be as good as this. But I bought this for total. I already had it. It just so happened to then
Dual purpose it.
Yeah, dual purpose it. But then if I go, oh, I want a smaller one, which would be much more convenient. Well,
Yeah. Right.
you can leave. Just you know.
Oh, there you go. There he is.
Hello, welcome to Lord's Brewing, Huddersfield.
Yeah.
Huddersfield.
When they got the udders.
You ain't having one because we ain't open.
We're on open. We're live streaming on the interweb net.
The interweb net.
We're still live. People are watching us being silly in the background. Crummy loves a few beers, and then you get on there.
I feel like I need a break after this recording session.
Yeah.
Scratching balls away from the camera. Yes.
Right.
Where were we?
Gonna move this.
I was talking about. So I just finished explaining how the key components of rum are cane sugar and then pineapple and banana. Sorry about that. Just had to change the battery in the camera because what we've learned is drinking and trying to film videos when not in your own normal environment means that, well, nothing ever works quite planned. It's taken us a very long time to now film just 3 videos. But anyway, you can probably tell by the point of the video where the sun is across the back here how long it's taken.
It's
Anyway,
actually next Wednesday.
we're still here. We're very tired now. We just continue talking to the camera. But back to this beer. I say that's where those fruit flavors were coming out from as a result of how rum is generally made. I don't know what rum goes with this, but interesting. As an aside note, Blue Monkey make their own rum. Well, let me rephrase that. They sell their own rum, but it's not kind of as some people do, try and ferment and build their own. It's nowhere near as good as Caribbean rum. They import Caribbean rum and then use their expertise.
I haven't scaled for so long.
You tried. You
You're
tried.
going to put people together, aren't you?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. But what they
That'd be really silly. That's not good.
I don't even know how far.
And I'm just messing
Context,
around.
John was going full Mark Jackson thriller behind the camera.
I missed all of it.
Your battery's running out on that point.
Actually, so let's just talk quickly. We've got another mic down here. They're interesting. They also do their own rum, but unlike some people in the UK, they try and basically distill their own, and it doesn't quite work out.
I'm holding it together.
What they're choosing to do instead is actually import genuine, authentic, good quality Caribbean rum, and then use the flavouring aspects they got out like in that first beer we tried with the coconut, to then use that, so kind of their same understanding of that to make it. Why? Why do you hate me? I was like,
Oh, I didn't write it.
I'll leave you alone. I don't even know where we're going. Anyway, John's drank too much too early. He's distracted at every point, and the key takeaway is we might give it a run. That's what I can really say.
I prefer this.
Yeah.
For my palate, if I ever go out on beers or do whatever, I want to hit shorts, it's rum over whiskey.
Yeah.
And I think because I do like the chocolate notes, that probably draws me back to why I like craft beer, because it's very tropical, it's this, that. I feel the barrel aged in this is more pronounced than the other one,
Okay.
if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And flavours just suit my palate better.
Yeah. That's the other reason I bought it in second. Because I thought that might be the case.
And you smash it.
And most people, I would say I've experienced a lot of people trying to make both of these. I was at Nottingham Craft Beer Festival. For a time, I was even working on Blue Monkey for a short period. Yeah, very short period of time. So a few people did try both of them while I was there. I kept asking people, which one do you prefer? Which one do you prefer? Whether it was while I was there or just people out, looking around and trying them. And I would say 90% of people actually preferred the rum. Anyone who's keen on whiskey, prefers the whiskey. And that is the kind of different thing. I'm actually quite torn on these because I think the rum barrel aging in this produces something more unusual, something I've not really seen in any other beer. Yeah. And it's more breathtaking, but at the same time, when you like whiskey notes, you just like whiskey notes. Yeah. So for me, they're very easily matched, and I kind of struggle every time I go for one. Which one am I going for? Because they both offer something very different. So it's the same beer, it's basically just been shut in the barrel for a year, and then mixing time of the year. But anyway, but best part of the year. It's so different and yet so both very appealing.
But doing a split batch Asian thing, Blue Monkey smashing it really. I don't drink whiskey, and I presume you don't really drink rum.
Not frequently.
So I think it's probably in terms of commercial.
That might be sweet.
But no, I think from a commercial aspect, it's smashing
The Yorkshire Pinch. Anyway.
The Yorkshire Pincher. I like that. But no, I think from a commercial perspective, I think Blue Monkey smashed it. And yeah, same beer, different barrel aging, polarising flavours, or different end spectrum flavours, should I say. Yeah, really, really good.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Mark.
Cheers,
very
mate.
much. Thank you, John, for your very helpful input. He's waving. We have, of course, been talking about a different brewery here in another brewery, which is probably not very good at it. So we could do, so we did it. We're now going to go into his beer when maybe he'll start harassing us a little bit. But until next time, thank you very much. So as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like it if you haven't already subscribed. If you would be so kind, go check out Mark at the Craft Beer Book. Go check out John at Law's Brewing Co. They've also got a YouTube channel and next to fantastic beer. I need to go and lie down now. The taproom's not even open yet. See you all soon. Cheers.
Cheers. That is lovely.
It is good. It is very good. I had 2 bottles left. I ended up with loads of it. Just like, so I bought.
But the thing is, when you get beyond those, when you get beyond those extra notes, it's still silverback.
Yeah. Which is mad, right? Like, it's I'll say I ended up with, so they were their flagships at the beer festival this year. I had it there.
You know what you're doing.
Okay, well, they're not bottled it at that point. Thank you for the use of the microphone, so where would you like them?
Just pop them. Put them on the bar. Plop them right there.
Then
Hello.
so they bought it out in bottles. And as soon as they released them, I was like, right, I'm going to get one for myself.
Right, let's catch up with the old commentos. A bit busy. Oh gosh, we're a bit wonky. A wonky donkey going on there. So, Luke John says, would a Blue Monkey allow a Lord's review? One way to find out. Fight! No, yeah, I don't mind. I like Blue Monkey. It's pretty cool. I like their beer. Is Tom sleeping in the van in his car park tonight? He's got a full camper van. So, yes, he is. He wouldn't let me sleep with him, because then I don't have to get my wife out at silly o'clock in the morning. But they have offered that I could sleep in the engine bay because it's still slightly warm. That was me. Eric says, "What's up with you?" What did you say?
So he loves you.
No, it was just about flavour of a beer. How are you, everybody? James C's in. Of course he is. Thomas, hello, mate.
James C. In the European Union, there's talks about getting rid of it.
What, the European Union? We tried that.
No, I don't think it's that. I think he's talking about.
Is it like a licensing thing? Simo, hello, mate.
I'm not sure. I missed the earlier chat. Wild Child, I don't think it's good. It's as good now as when they first started. Too many ideas and not enough continuity. I have no idea.
I agree. Wild Child do.
Well, I'll let you answer that because I've not had their bit.
So what? For me, Wild Child do everything, but they do everything really, really averagely.
Yeah.
Only recently. Sorry, only recently they released a beer into Morrison's. It was a Southern Hemisphere IPA, and it was the first sort of like non-adjunct beer that I had from Wild Child. I was like, wow. So hopefully they're going to get back to it. Winner Review says, is Mark making with TikTok video the way? God knows. Joe Frost says, Mark sometimes TikTok. I don't have TikTok. Any decent beer on tap? Yeah, there's loads, mate. We've got a couple from where Paul works at Creative Juices. We got 4 on from John, including a couple of new ones, and they are pretty decent. Rasco Disco, good evening and happy damn beery Friday, you beautiful peeps. Cheers, Disco. Thank you, mate. Mersey Beers, Luke John Frost, Wild Child are probably the worst Yorkshire brewery. They always have been, but then they've got worse at hiding the faults. In adjunct laden beers, I'll tell you what, I agree that the adjunct laden beers have been full of faults. I will say that. And I'm not a beer expert. It's just for me, my own taste. But that Southern Hemisphere IPA that I had the other day, or the other month, was incredible. Honestly, it was incredible. And I was like, wow, this could do something for them. It's one of those beers that kind of like stops you in your tracks and makes you think, oh, could these guys really be a serious brewery? Could they be? I think they probably could be off the back of that beer. David Durrell, someone tell Crumby to shut up. Crumby, shut up. David Durrell says. I think it was from earlier when we were filming the video. Disco says, I do hope these two are working full shift tonight, John. Get them labouring. I'll tell you what, I've done shifts for Lord's Brewing Company in the past, and I've loved it. Disco says, well, this saves me from having to watch the video when it comes out. Sorry. This saves me from watching the video when it comes out. Paul Greenwood, hello, mate. Hope you're doing well, Paul. Thanks for coming in, mate. Stu says, BTS on TCB. Oh, what's BTS mean? Back to school?
I do. I don't know. Context? Any context?
No. Stu says BTS on the Crummy Beard, I presume. I'm sorry. I'm useless.
Apparently, yeah, do a shift in the playground. Find out about smack. Not acronym, sorry. Jonathan Watson says, anyone talking to Law? Anyone heading to Lords tonight? I'm 58 minutes away, but no one will give me a lift. Jonathan Watson, get your behind up here, mate. Come and grab a beer. Jim says, hey there, slipperheads. Disco says, Jonathan Watson, you're a fine gentleman and a credit to the community. Probably not the sort of lift you wanted, though, lol. Jim says, hey, John, Tom, and Mark. Hello, mate. I hope you're well. Jonathan Watson says, cheers, Disco. Disco says, excuse my irreverent comments. Been on a bike ride today. You're right, Disco. What's going on? That is the Crumby Beard's hand. What about the Mrs. Crumby Beard's hand? It's currently got a dinky Cornish pasty. Very nice. Excuse my irreverent comments. Been for a bike ride today. Ended up at the brewery. Might have done the same quality testing. Jim says behind the scenes, absolutely, mate. These are an absolute triumph, by the way. Wheeled in at the right time as well, because I've had a few beers this afternoon.
Mark. Is that your beer or mine?
If it's stout, it's yours.
Okay.
Yeah, we've reached some beers this evening, or this afternoon. Worryingly can't kick it like I used to. Mrs. Crummy Beard's bought an incredible picnic.
A few scrams.
Got these bad boys. Oh, there you go.
Back in a minute.
M&S. And we've got 12 of these. So, what more does the beer drinker need?
Do we need to order some? Do we need to order some food?
Yeah, we can get some food later. Fresh country
Are
ales.
you not ready for food now? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I can be.
No, but are you guys all ready?
Are you hungry, John?
No, I'm all right. I will have a pasty and a pork pie.
Fresh country ale says, what's your favourite beer style? Oh,
Dog flavoured. Now, what is these big fluffy doggies?
see, this time last year I would have said pale ale.
Yeah, maybe.
But
Doesn't this sound like lift music?
it does.
It does sound like.
Which floor are you going to? I'm going to say now Vice beer. That's why
I've never been a.
John's got a 50 litre poly keg down there.
Yeah.
Is that a 50 or a 30? That's a short 30, isn't it? It's a short 30. John's got a short 30 of Vice beer. And I was like, John, where's your Vice beer? And he was like, nope, it's not on, mate. So, yeah, for me, Vice beer. John's drinking coffee, no milk. Paul Greenwood says, anyone give me a lift to Lords? I'm 43 minutes away in Cheshire. Paul, get your ass over here, mate. Come on, what are you doing? Jim says, Mark, have you been back to the world's smallest bottle shop lately? No, I haven't, but we were gonna film a putty video, but it never really worked out. But no, but I will do. I just haven't been to Norwich. As much as my closest sort of city is Norwich, it's still a good half an hour away, and for us Norfolkians, that is a long way. Yeah, we're all caught up. Have a pork pie. The Crummy Beard is treated very well at home. I haven't pork pie in ages. Anyone need the dogs? But yeah, John's open. The tap room opens in 25 minutes. What? Where did the time go? Unbelievable. So the Crummy Beard's 3 Huskies are down here. And they are... They're very well behaved. There's just one particular one that you can hear now. Here we go. No, that was the bag that John gave me 2 bags earlier.
Oh, you didn't want it?
No, I put the other bag in the middle.
Oh, right.
There we go. Bramall says the Vice Lords is very good. All the right notes. Had a taste last week. Yeah, I'm really disappointed that it's not on.
You all right, mate?
Bramall's talking about the Vice Spirit Lords. That's not on.
Yo. I'm in.
Here's Crumb.
I'm not wearing a shirt. I need to go and get my shirt on. I always wear a shirt.
You are wearing a shirt.
No, he normally has a
flannel shirt.
I was worried that I was going to be the only person here without a tartan
I can
style.
lend you one. I've got 2.
You got 2?
Of course. What happens if I get something on the first one?
I could get you one. I could get Vince to bring one up for you.
I like my hoodie though.
I'm having a miniature 4P.
Oh, yeah, you do.
How's everyone in chat doing? Are we well? Are we having a good one?
Everyone's enjoying their Easter, I think. Jim says, what time does it start to get dark these days in the UK?
4 to 8?
Yeah. Very true. Jim says, hey, Rob. Rob says hello to Jim. And Rasko says, yeah, 7:45. I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. Dags. Is that Kimmy?
No, Saskia.
Saskia. I think Kimmy's
Kimmy's
there.
big one. Some very ambient music we got here. I like it.
I feel like I should be running down a beach with my top off.
Go on.
Then we'd have no viewers.
Run down the hill.
No,
I'll film you.
no. It would be. I'd probably get banned on YouTube for grotesque content. Jim says, gotcha, the same way here in the States. Joe says, I'm happier than Liz Truss. I am happier than Liz Truss in September 2022.
Was it 8 minutes she was Prime Minister?
Right?
Was it 8 minutes she was Prime Minister for?
Who?
Liz Truss.
No, it's longer than that, wasn't it?
Not much longer.
No,
She was outdone by a lettuce.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't remember this?
I don't
Just
really.
forgotten everything.
Politics is pretty boring, really. Jim says, hey, Joey. Joey says, hey, brother Jim.
That's why. You do like the fun things a lot.
I do, yeah. Yellow sticker though, you notice. All this
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Not made of money. Not made of money. I'm just clever with it.
That's why I'm here.
Remove your keys and your
Yes, here he is.
He's arrived.
A certain Mr. Chris has arrived. I haven't met Chris before, so please excuse me.
No, me either. Me either. I can email you, lovely people. They're particularly rowdy today for some reason. I don't know why. That's what happens when you let your bruise by your mum. Yeah. This is a very strong coffee. Yeah, we need I need it.
I'll get a bit more quite quickly. A couple of bacon sandwiches earlier. But obviously cracked 11%. Don't fall there for me, I'll go back to yours. What can I get you? Program?
Yes, immediately. Immediately.
You want to pull it? Chris has never pulled a beer before. It's going to happen right now, live. So, you've got no sparkler on. There's no back pressure. So the first, you want it to the rim. First one you pull hard, and then you just take it. Then you've got to say, yeah, I'm not a pub. So pull this one up. The first one, yeah. Maybe not. Right, here you go. Give it all the... No. So you try to keep it on. Here you go. Here you go, that's good. And then just leave it down there for a little bit, and then that'll settle out. John. There. You're working laps. Yeah, that is. It's beautiful. Growing. Well, I checked there was no one. It's not like this. Right, okay. That's not bad. That's pretty good. Good looking fine. What were you doing with all these? Is there a reason why you took this out? Or that's mine.
That was yours and Mark's, so I don't know. We've tried those. It's not been in view. They're strong.
I tapped out on that Magnum one. Honestly, that as well. I was like, if I have another one, I'll see those. We're live, by the way, on the channel.
They're last year's special edition.
Feel free to finish it.
Oh, we're still here. Hello. Captain Paul says the Liz Truss is a happiness vampire and does not accept source happiness. Liz Truss is against Charlesfield. Captain Mick says, talking about politicians, how funny is Trump? Eric Grundler says, Hellas and Amber Bock, like my Bock, I'm getting more and more into. Even had a great Amber Bock from an Italian craft brewery. Yeah, I love a Bock beer. I had one of the beers that blew my mind last year was the Paul Anna Doppelbock. Fantastic beer, like peanuts in France. It was crazy. Yeah. Politics is a no round here. Joey says, "How dare these guys think life and work friends is more important than the stream?" Absolutely. Fresh Country House is Eric Gunland. My Bock is a great beverage, really worth a try. Whenever. There's one dog behind here that's causing absolute chaos. It's quite funny when you're not the owner, because I'm normally the owner, like shouting at my dogs. Sorry, Mrs. Crumby Beard. Jimmy says, Brother Chris. Eric Grunland says, Fresh Country House, soon season for them too. Yeah, absolutely. Won't be long. I need to grab a beer. I'm thinking lager. I've had a few Imperial Stouts for the past hour, so I just need to get myself back to the ground with a decent little lager.
Hello, darling. Oh, you one of these people that short all year round? My brother was the same. I'm about to say.
Is he a postman?
Yeah, he was, yeah. Always a postman.
My nickname around my parts is the postman.
Yeah.
It's like, here's my the postman. Here's the postman. Was your journey up okay?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent. You know, can't complain. I just get bored. We were right by the M1.
There you go.
Just boring drive, isn't it? Oh, yeah. It's only exciting when you see somebody speeding.
Just to sleep a lager. Nice.
So
It feels like it'll feel like water. It looks so crisp.
we're having a good time here, peeps. In about 15 minutes, the general public shall arrive. There is a dog on stream. Yeah, there's quite a few down here. Can pay by card or cash. Mark, which Imperial Stouts did you partake? Mark? Henry wants to. Jim wants to know what stouts you partake in.
So I had the Blue Monkey Mild to start with. I know it's not a stout, but it's going to be in one of Tom's videos. We tried the Silverback Bourbon Barrel Aged, and we tried the Silverback rum barrel aged. It's the first time I've ever tried this, Chris. Oh, there is. It's the first time I've ever tried 2 different barrel aging beers side by side, and I'll tell you what, the results were staggering, but the beers were insane.
But no, honestly,
Tom from Crumby Beard talks about Blue Monkey often, and I can see why. I really can. Tom very kindly gave me a bottle of Silverback original stout. I had it last winter. It was delicious. So yeah, there we go, mate. Joey says, I think it's only card or only cash. Yeah, it's only card around here. Mick T says this cup has just become episode 6. Oh, don't. That's awful. Awful news. Henry 420 says, Joey brother, cash is cold. Yeah, tell me about it. Henry says, say hello to Mick T. Mick T says hello to Henry. We caught up. There we go.
got up. 4 beers for you, sir. You want me to put these in your, put them in your van? I thought about doing that before.
Can I show the chat?
Yeah.
So Tom's very kindly bought us
4 beers each.
4 beers each. And they are from his local brewery, Blue Monkey. The first one is a 6% New Hampshire IPA. New Hampshire's East Coast, so I imagine that's probably quite fruity and hazy and body. You've got a double dry hopped golden ale, 5.8%. Is this the one that is this the gold? Do they do?
That's brand new. I've not tried
Right.
it yet. I've got no idea. But apparently, and I trust my contacts with Blue Monkey, that one is.
It's good. I've seen a lot of stronger golden ales on the market recently.
Yeah, I've not had a strong
Must
one
be a
yet,
bit
but
of a
it's
thing. We've got the Cinder Toffee Stout from Blue Monkey. That'll be really interesting because I imagine that's probably New Bristol Brewery inspired a little bit.
Well, yes, but again, we talked earlier about lemon vocation having a basically stemming from the same people. They did their honeycomb stout,
Yeah.
which would be like a crunchy. But in the original branding for that was crunchy branded as well. So
Right,
both
okay.
been- Yeah, so yeah, it's good.
And we've got a can of Blue Monkey's version of Sunset Cocoa. A chocolate and orange stout, ABV 4.9%. Cheers, Tom.
That's Gorilla base.
I don't think I've had Gorilla.
You know,
No.
not really people. That's right.
No.
If that's not, if you tell me it's not right, I'll be really sad. They've been doing it right for years. So
Well, if they nailed that coconut mild, which is probably a harder thing to nail than that, I think.
yeah, I don't know.
Monkey.
Monkey, that's what it's called. Yeah, it's called.
Henry Ortoli says hello to McT. Henry, how you doing, mate? Eric Grunland says, was the founder of Brewdog a dog owner, by the way?
Sorry.
Was the founder of Brewdog a dog owner?
Yes, they were. One of them definitely was. Yeah, they do. Yeah, one of them is. I don't know whether it's James Watt or the other one that it started
Master
with.
Dicky.
But one of them is definitely a dog owner.
One of them is a dog owner. There we go.
Yeah, definitely.
Mick T says, great art on the cans. Yeah, it's really cool. I think Blue Monkey, branding wise, I think they've got it absolutely spot on. I love when you look sort of between a couple of different beers. I love the uniform with the colour change. It just suits, for me, it suits my eye. And yeah, I absolutely agree. Argo Padar says, good evening. A chocolate beer? Absolutely. We've got this one here, mate. We've just filmed with a couple of them, actually. Well, not so much chocolate beers, but they are beers that kind of have a bit of a chocolate note to them. Yeah, absolutely. They're out there, mate. Jonathan Wilson says, Eric Grunland, don't know, but he sourced the fluid from somewhere. David Durrell, got any tenants lagering? Not round here, mate. Disco says, happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. Just reaching into the stash and found a Christmas beer, Reindeer's Revolt from Ridgeway. Enjoy that, mate. I hope that treats you well. Jim says, good find, Disco. Yeah, absolutely. That's quite a good one. Henry says, Disco. Say hello to Henry. Saying hello to Disco. Henry also says, Mark, gutsy man. Mate, I'm 34. You need to explain the GTSY. Disco says, I bet no one outside of Mersey Beers has heard of Ridgeway Brewing. Mersey Beers is quite knowledgeable, or very knowledgeable. Henry said hello to Jim. Disco says, yo, evening, Henry. Henry says, Disco. He said, Tom, GTSY? GTSY.
So he was like,
Good to see you.
Oh, good to see you. Good to see you too, Henry. My lord. I'm just, Tom's more techie than me. He probably would have encountered that. Jim says, hey, my brother from another man, Henry. Brother Mark, good to see you. Cheers, mate. Sorry, I'm genuinely useless. I do apologise, mate. Discus says, ain't got a clue. Tell me about it. Kevin Parton, hello, mate. Welcome. Good to see you, mate. Joey says, good to see you. Yeah, I know, I'm useless. I do apologise. I'm involved in the internet world, but I'm just useless about things. Cheers, mate. Got a little sleeper lager, albeit in the wrong glass.
I think that's what you set that clock by. I think that's what you got first beer.
Yeah, it might be. Just a fantastic lager, that. Good to see. Everyone's saying good to see you. Mark, that Vans hoodie is rather handsome. Thank you, mate. I got this over a year ago. It's got something on the back. It's quite handy because someone that I know, and I won't mention their name, works for another company that's tied into Vans or the Vans group, and I get 50% off everything on the Vans website. Yeah, so it's handy because I'm a tight ass with clothes. Just a means to an end, aren't they? That's why I wear my own craft beer hub stuff all the time. It's just the only stuff that fits me nowadays. David Durrell says, after various recommendations, I did buy a beer monster machine. Now enjoying a fine. Is that Fine Ales, David? A Fine Ales or Fine Brewery Vital Spark Dark Beer from 5 litre keg. Does Lords do any 5 litre mini kegs? They do, and I believe they also do a 5 litre mini keg subscription. John actually has a beer monster right there. Check them out. I believe they do a 5 litre mini keg subscription, and they put the majority of their beers into the 5 litre mini kegs. Jim says, fans, I've got you, mate. I know what you meant. Henry Sano to Rasco or Disco. Fresco dresses honestly is the best policy. It's true. There's very little filter here, mate. Henry 420 says hello to Sharky. Sharky, how you doing, mate? Hello again. Disco says, Mike, that Vans hoodie is awful. You branch. I know. Otherwise, I'd be wearing like Sondico or whatever. Jim says, hi, Kev, off today. Kev says, no, working today. I think all the Americans are at work today. They seem to be more of a collective religious country than we are, and they're all at work today. But today is the day for drinking with Brits. David Durrell says, yes, it's Fine House in Scotland. David Durrell, they are an unbelievable brewery.
It smells more like mine than
fantastic. The glory for me is they're in their trad range. I don't think I've had. Do they even have a craft range? Just fantastic traditional beers from Fine Ales. Really, really good. So yeah, that on a 5 litre mini keg, mate. I bet you're enjoying that. Disco says, "Where's your Lord's hoodie, man? Get on the brand, son." I know. I'm waiting for John to give me one if I'm working it. Sharky says, "Tell the two blokes behind you to use their quiet voices." Right. Okay. Sharky says, "Use your quiet voices."
Sharky!
Sharky, where's Daddy Shark? Ignore that, David Durrell. Mrs. Crumby Beard is here looking weirdly at me. David Durrell says the 5 litre mini kegs do have a short shelf life. They do, but if that means you've got to just drink them. Henry says he's laughing. Jim says, Mark, how long is the drive from your place to Lord's? That is going to be 4.5 hours. Eric Grunland says, remember when I was a teen in the early 2000s, some of my peers were really good and fast at making abbreviations when writing SMS messages on button phones. Abbreviations on SMS buttons and button phones. Abbreviations on SMS button phones. We don't do that nowadays. The code on the close bracket.
I tried.
Oh, John.
Hello.
John's butt plug stand is.
What did you call it?
It's a butt plug stand.
You can't say that.
Okay. What did you call a butt plug? John's just got demonetised. Kev says, Daddy Shark. Play all the monotypes. Play all the.
What's John smuggling?
Peanut.
What looks like a backpack? I'm confused.
Well, it was weird when I sort of shrunk it down. It looks a bit weird. I've seen it before.
You've seen some strange backpacks.
Oh, you haven't seen my internet history. Kev says Danny Shark is at home doing who knows what. I hope he's having a good time. Sharky says hello, Chris. He's gone. He's up there. There he is. There he is. No, that side. There you go. It's weird. It's all mirrored.
I'm going to go put a shirt on in a minute, but for now, we're here. Which mic's working?
I think they're both working.
Oh, John thought it wasn't.
Hello.
I don't know.
Right, we break for me.
Enjoy.
Perfectly timed, mate.
Well done. By the time you get back, I'll probably need to go again. But it's work out well. Work out well.
What a 5-minute rotation.
A wheelie.
A wheelie. Did it. I'm in a tiny pot pie. How's everyone doing? Look at that. Tiny little pot pie. And it's very tasty. How's everyone? Have you had a good week? All the usual. What's everyone doing for Easter? There's a lot of beer festivals going on this week. Excuse me. Right. Henry's being the world's best hype man, telling everyone, do not forget to smash that like and share stream in your own way. Cheers. Thank you, Henry. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Shark says, is that other ginger making a grand entrance later? If you don't mean me, the real ginger, not my imposter gingerness, is I imagine he's working in Creative Juices Taproom, which just so happens to be a beer that I'm drinking right now. I don't know which one it is, but it's a Creative Juices IPA. And tell you what, it's a bit tasty, that. Very nice. Very nice. Henry just says, cheers. Can you book the top of Tom's head to confirm he's a flesh human, not a hologram as rumoured? Can I do it to myself? There you go. Does that help? Joey, is that all right? David said I could have come over if my sister would lend me a camper van. I'm not insured and she'd want me to stop paying for the damn thing if I ask. Any guest houses in staggering distance of Lords? That's a John question. Jonathan? He's not answering anyway. Apparently Jonathan's not his name. Where's he gone? Is he in the is he in the door that says do not open?
He's in the door.
He definitely says keep closed on that door, and he's gone into it and left it open.
He's in.
It's his door.
And it's his door. When John arrives, David, I'll find out. We'll be back in a minute. Do you want to caramelize onion chutney with that pot pie crumb? I would, but I don't have any. But it's very nice on its own, to be fair. Oh, he's back. Hold on. He's coming. John.
Hello.
We have a question.
John. What's the question?
David would like to know
Yes.
if there's any guest houses in staggering distance of Lords.
Guest houses.
He's in hotels.
Well,
Somewhere
you've
to
got one on the
stay.
hill up there. They're not really staggering.
We're in one up the hill.
Yeah.
How far is it?
There was another one that I looked at. There was a pub. I can't remember what it's called. Their prices shot up ridiculously. It was
Find out, David.
2.5 miles down the road.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're not a guest house. The other one up there.
There's a pub that rents rooms. I looked at that, and it was the same price as Tenor.
I'll tell you. I
And then
know
I looked at it the next day, and that was 300 quid.
we're debating. Right, David. I think the optimum that you can do here. Go into Google Maps. Just type in Lord's Brewing Co. The location will come up exactly. It is correct. And then you can just go for hotels in this area, and then you can see if there's anything available. That's probably the best. Yeah.
Big beer festival.
Pennine. Check out the Pennine Hotel. Is that in Goldcar or not?
Pennine Manor, just a mile up the road.
Pennine Manor, mile away apparently. That's kind of staggering distance, depending on how far you like to stagger.
No, it's like that.
I mean, it's a steep stagger. You'll roll down, but it will take some to get you going back up. There you go. Pennine Manor. Give it a go. I've answered that one. Shark says, shoot faster so we can understand you better. I'm done, mate. I'm done. Lads, it's 3:55 and I have no idea while I'm watching. We don't know what's going on either, Trav. Sorry. Jim says, Tommy should have known that the St. Peter's Plum Porter was Mayor. Their IPA is about the same. It's been only reason, Jim. It's been a while since I've had it. Thought we'd find out. Trav in the house says Disco certainly is. All the way from Australia. Caramelized chutney with pork pie is a match made in heaven. Certainly is. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. What's the best beer so far tonight? To be honest, we're just getting going. We did some videos. The two highlights so far are Fat Tony. Where's the pump? Grab the other Fat Tony pump clip. You want to show the chat?
No, I'm getting warm.
John's getting hot in here. He's going to take off all his clothes. There you go. Thank you. So yeah, one of the highlights was this from Lords, which is the Fat Tony IPA. It's got squirrel, there's a rocket. It makes no sense, but look at it. Just look at it. It's fantastic. That, and then we did a video where Mark bought a very special beer from Adnams. I won't ruin it. You've got to go and watch the video when it comes out. But we tried it, and it was superb.
Beer of the year contender.
Beer of the year contender. Absolutely stunning behaviour. So,
might have caused probably quite a lot of editing.
Bro, mate, quite a lot. John interrupted every sentence in all of our videos.
Yeah.
We did 3 videos. It took us 5 hours.
Oh, you're right.
There we go. We've got people in. Joey says there are no hotels I remember around there. Getting a ride is rough to Huddersfield. Just nice twisty road, mate. Any offal meat pies tonight? To be fair, the pork pies have probably got quite a lot of offal in them. So yeah, kind of. Sobieski's in. Good Friday. I like that, one and all. You right there? We're hunting. Anyway, says, it's a mile is staggering distance, indeed. I agree, David. A bit of a hill, but I agree. David just staying in Crummy's camper van. I don't think the dogs or Mr. Crummy will be too pleased. You don't like me being there. Happy Good Friday to you all. Here he is. Are you coming to say hello?
Hello.
Here he is.
How are you?
It's Chris.
I'll come and say hello.
Chris in person. I've only ever seen him on the screen before. No, it's real.
It is only on the screen before, isn't it? It's the first time me and Tom have met. First time I've met Mark as well, apart from obviously live. So it's lovely to meet you in person.
And you.
It's been a long time.
It's always
hasn't
slightly surreal. It's like, because it should be like, oh, this is different, but actually, there's just like you just carry on.
You do just carry on.
Yeah. Everyone's just a full-size screen at this point.
Yeah.
It's fine.
There's no awkwardness. That's what lives are good for, I suppose.
Absolutely.
They are good for that.
Everyone's loving it in chat. We've got a lot of people in.
Here we are, yeah.
Kevin's just laughing away. I can't remember what that was in reference to. Travis says it's 4 a.m. here. What time is it in the UK? 7 p.m. question mark.
It is 7 p.m.
It's 7 p.m.
It is 7 p.m.
You got it bang on. I don't know why John's put a microphone here, so it looks like I've got something in my head. But
Are they both these mics on then?
that was the plan. I'm not sure if they are. Is my honest answer. John told me one of them wasn't working. I don't know if he fixed it or not. Disco says, I see your pot pie and I rated it quite frankly stunning, huge Wassenden loaf sausage roll for lunch at the brewery today. Full of butter. That does sound good. That sounds very nice.
Can't beat a pork pie though.
Indeed. You like a miniature pork pie?
I love miniature pork pies. They are the best.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of Cornish pasties, but pork pies I adore. Absolutely adore pork pies. With a big dollop of English mustard on. I can see. There's no harm in that.
It's 2:01 p.m. Hold on, Chris is coming in.
Coming in for a pork pie.
Oh, break through. We have to break through all the way.
Pork pie time.
They're not surviving the night. Sobieski's just saying, you've been wanting a pork pie, but it's Good Friday. I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's not the done thing, is it? Meat on Good Friday.
Is it not?
If you're particularly religious, no. It's a fish only thing. But
that might be why my hotel stunk of fish.
could be. Well, let's hope that that's the reason. Because if it's not, then it's more concerning.
But fish on a Friday is traditionally British anyway.
It's true.
Fish Friday.
It's true. I'm trying this. I've got the Creative Juices IPA. It's very nice.
Oh,
It's all right. Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Can I take that dog home?
I'll be honest, after today, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone loves the white one until they live with him.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Jim says, great to see you, Chris.
Nice to see you, Jim. Hope you're well.
Chris is defo working. He's here.
I'm not. I'm right here.
He's right there. Chris is defo work. Oh, he's talking about the microphones.
Oh, yeah, you're right, Simo. Sorry.
I have no idea.
It's working.
There you go. Trav says, reckon Mark should shave his beard for charity.
Oh, that's a good
That's a good
shout.
shout. Yeah, let's turn him into a cue ball for charity.
And his head, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should wax him completely. Yeah. From toes all the way up one side and down the other. Just left with like an Adidas stripe down the side with any hair left. That'd be good. We should do that. We'll reveal this to him later after he's had a few more pints. We'll be well up for it. Jerry wants to know what's everyone's favourite font, Arial or Times New Roman? Do we have any Courier new fans in the house? Thing is, he's saying that. He's taking the mick with that. But actually, font usage is a key part of my job, and I'm quite passionate about this. I'm not going to bore everyone here.
I like it.
But they're all wrong. So
what's the right one?
I mean, there's no. It depends on you. It depends what you're doing. What's the right beer? Like, it depends where you are.
Very true. So can we have Tom reviews fonts?
Yeah, I think everyone will be really bored. But yeah, sure. I mean, feel free. I'd give you.
That sounds great.
I'd happily. Henry says, mustard, Chris. Are you mad?
No, English mustard is fantastic.
That'd be a good channel name, Mustard Chris.
Would be, wouldn't it?
Just Chris tries mustard on everything.
On beer.
They start off with like relatively reasonable type. Obviously, start off with I'll start with the pork pie. Beef dinner, all makes sense. But you gradually lower your he's trying mustard on cheese and biscuits. Like, that's a bit weird. Eventually, mustard on the curry, and then it just evolves. It's like, he's got mustard on tiramisu today. Like, what's going on? That should be. Try that. Jim's a big fan of this is taken off in chat. Jim's a big fan of the Arial font. Yeah. Jim, Dictionary Corner wants to know what you're cooking this weekend, as always, if you've not told us already. Mustard only belongs in hot dogs. This is a different mustard, though. Like, can we really consider them the same thing?
No, you can't. English mustard and yellow mustard are two different things.
Wildly.
Absolutely two different things. English mustard does not go on a hot dog. Yellow mustard absolutely goes on a hot dog.
If you put English mustard on an American hot dog, you would taste no hot dog.
No, you wouldn't.
No bun, no onion, no nothing.
No, agreed.
It's just wasabi in yellow, basically. So
absolutely.
Henry says jokes. Mustard isn't going to cut it, Henry. Hey, very good joke. Like it. The font debate continues.
It does continue.
There you go. New series coming soon. Font review. Caramelized onion or tomato onion chutney is the only. Tomato onion chutney is good. Well, they're both good. Chili jam.
Chili jam. Oh, chili jam on a pork pie.
Now we're talking.
Brown sauce with pork pie. I get it. I can see why you'd go there.
Yeah,
I can see that.
That works. Eric's in. He says, I'm a Futura font fan myself, using the Lost series of credits, if I'm not wrong. See?
What's Futura font?
It's just another font. Of
course it's another font.
I never thought there'd be this much passion about fonts. I've been ignoring it.
So there you go. Tom reviews fonts.
New channel coming soon.
Yeah. It's required.
Crummy fonts. That's it. Trav says, Crummy, I've got a Deeds Imperial peanut butter stout for you. Oh,
very
man.
nice.
It was very good. Was that the same one obviously Imperial? I've had the regular. That was very nice. That was very nice.
I do like a peanut butter stout.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are fantastic.
And no one likes a peanut butter stout. And our friend Paul, who's not here today, unfortunately, but he does love a peanut butter stout.
He does indeed.
Joey says, Comic Sans is legit. Well, I disagree. He says, but I do think too many people use it for thumbnails. Nothing beats the Bangers font. Is that just made of sausages? I hope that's just made of sausages.
That'd be amazing. Sausage font.
Sausage font. Yeah. Mustard on tiramisu. Yeah, it wouldn't be good, would it?
Coffee and mustard.
It'd be strong.
Sounds like a beer. Something like Tiny Rebel would make.
Blend it together, it'd be fine. Yeah. That's it. Bangers font. Oh,
Oh, it actually is a font.
it is a font. It looks a bit like.
Oh, that's a Canva special. I use that often on Canva.
Oh dear,
Thanks.
it's a bit.
It's a Canva special. That.
The whole
It's a bit-
conversation about font on here is kicked off.
We've got a font. We've got a
kicked
font
off.
debate going on.
It's
I don't
kicked
know
off.
why. Yeah, we didn't start it either. It just
It's
happened.
kicked
Oh,
off.
that sounds quite you, Tom.
So that's the thing. I said I could talk about this. I was trying.
I was
not,
going to say, yeah.
I was trying not to bore everyone, but they kept it
So they
going.
kicked off.
They've carried
It's
on.
landed in Tom's wheelhouse. This
They've
one.
got, it landed right in it. It was Joey. It was Joey's fault, by the way.
It's all got out of control.
It has. But no, Bang is like a 80s comic book font by the look of it, so it's quite cool.
I like it.
Henry says mustard on ice cream. Oh, can you imagine?
Why not?
Jim says, Mr. Crumby Beard, I've got a ribeye marinating in Korean-style short ribs for the grill.
That sounds good. That
That
sounds very
sounds-
good, Jim.
Very nice.
I'm on my way. I know.
Yeah, yeah.
I would. Yeah.
Jim knows what he's on with. Let's get quite technical. I like it. Yeah, we can. You were always quite fonty, bro. what a phrase! What a phrase! Yeah, fonty towers. What did you say? Oh dear. Just going to. He's just going to shove some bacon jam into the condiment mix, and it's game over. Oh, that does sound. Yeah, bacon jam.
Bacon jam. That could work.
That could definitely work on anything.
I've never had bacon jam, but it soes good.
Right, Mark's arrived.
Bacon jam?
I think we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do this in relays tonight. Are you ready? Are you ready to stand back in?
Can be.
You don't have to be. If you don't want to.
No, I can.
It can be. It's never I want to, is it? If you want me to.
I was just going to pour myself a beer and
Go on,
John's
crack
going
on.
to change barrel.
No, it's fine. You pour your bit. You pour
Can I
your bit.
stop being polite?
Can you stop being polite?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not ready.
Good. That's all I asked. John's turned all the lights on in here for some reason.
Yeah, he's
Probably because he's opening.
He's searching for a barrel.
How pissed you? You've been over for 7 hours.
Why? This goes a big fan of Windings, which is just all little.
Windy.
It's the one that's all little
No.
signs, no real letters.
No. Can't read it.
Trav says, "Come on, I sent you the badge. I was the Bad Shepherd peanut butter stout. This is a Deed special. Oh, Deeds are good. These are very good." David Wilson's in. Hi, David. How you doing? Hope you're
Evening,
well.
David.
Hope you're well. Beer, fonts, and huskies. It's Tom's bag, though. Yeah, that is it. That's my 3 favourite things. Huskies today falling to the bottom of the list because one of them's been annoying. He's just looking at me really cute now.
It is a
He's been quiet now, to be fair. So it has taken a while. About no, it was going on yesterday as well. It's like 24 hours in now. Not more, no, it's more than that. He's been on it since he went to the vets yesterday at 3 p.m.
Yeah. Sorry.
My actual favourite font is the one at St Paul's Cathedral. It's very ornate. Oh, very good. Very good. Just different use of the word. Very good. Coleman's and soy sauce is a must for Chinese food. That's what Jim says. Yeah. Thing is, most people, Jim, I'd say that was crazy, but I've seen your recipes and they look fantastic. So, Jim sounds sensational. Hello. Might have been mixing denominations for that guy, but it was worth it for the effort. Yeah, a little bit, but it was funny. It was funny. Derry's in. He says, "Oh, blood, sorry, I can't make it tonight. Really hard to get to the tap room nowadays." That's all right.
You're on here.
We'll let John know. He'll be very sad, but we'll let him know. Everyone's just saying hello. And just by some magic, we caught up with the comments. Oh, nearly had. Big Kev's in. Says, "Simon isn't doing a stream tonight. You're my sloppy seconds." Never understood that saying. Well, Kev, yeah, it might be offended, but we're not, so it's fine. How do?
Or lager.
But there you go. Well, John's arrived with a new keg. What's going on, John?
Changing the barrel of lager. Lager, shouting. Mega, what thing? Oh, yeah. It's got copyright.
More Sneaker Lager going on. Everyone's watching. No one can quite see him. That's the problem. He's putting a lot of effort into it. Do you hear the noise?
Yeah, baby. That's how Lydia gets joined into bed. With a bit of lager.
It's all gone. What time is it? 7:20. Yeah, 7:15. It's all gone wrong. Excellent. Well done, everyone. Eric says, when you think about it, graphic design was probably as important as the beer itself for the rise of craft beer. So the right font will be part of it. I considered for a while analysing craft beer design things. To be fair, I've recorded a few videos but didn't release them just because I didn't feel like they were quite right. When I find the format, I will do a lot on it because I can talk about that for ages. It's coming. I need to dedicate some time to it. Derry says, "Hi all. It would be especially fun to see John's version of a quiz." John, when's the quiz happening?
Mark's doing the quiz. But it's a bit early for the quiz.
Okay, the quiz is happening at a non-specific time.
The quiz is happening.
It could be 9. It could be 10. The quiz is an online one.
What time was it?
I think
What
John's
about
going to do it
7?
over the line.
Oh, Derry's in the chat. Said she's sorry she
I
can't.
think I might have put.
She said she's sorry she can't get here today, but she's interested to see about your version of the
Oh,
quiz.
we're going to do a quiz.
So it will happen. We just don't know when. Just move them. Just feel free to kind of shuffle them out of the way, Chris. Don't.
It's really heavy. That's the problem. I got it off
You
the
can.
size of horse off the rack.
Okay.
The size of horses.
Yeah, I might
Is that like
little bit.
a? It's all right. Chris is trying to get through to go to the toilet, and my dogs are in the way, and I told him to shuffle them out of the way. So he can't shuffle them to the size of horses. But clearly, when you
It'll settle out. We've just jiggled the hell out.
Have you got your beer? Can I do a
Yes.
repeat?
Oh, you're right.
Mark will be with you.
The wheelie. I like this. Hello, everybody. How are we doing again? Jim, I've got a feeling that y'all are going to raise the roof tonight. Expect the bobbies to show up. Yeah, they won't be too far away, mate. Derry says, is there still a mark on the ceiling from a very shaken barrel joke? Job.
Hello.
Derry has asked, is there still a mark on the ceiling from a very shaken barrel? That you
There's one there and one there. Although we opened one with Bramall the other day, and that exploded.
There's many. The ceiling looks like something out of Beirut. Derry's laughing. Joey says, what time is it? It's time to bust a rhyme. Joey, you are terrible. Derry says, John will do anything to not write the quiz. Yeah, I'll tell you what, he would do anything to not write the quiz, including ringing me at 9 a.m. saying, Mark, have you got a quiz? To which I replied, yes. So it's me hosting the quiz.
From a friend of the brewery.
Time to suck a lime. Yeah, time to tell all of these sexy blokes they're a dime. David Wilson, hello, mate. How you doing, David? Good to see you, mate. Eric Grenland says, for example, Omnipollo from Sweden have a really distinct graphic design on their beers. They do. One of the founders was even a professional graphic designer. I caught the end of this, and branding is a bit of a weird obsession of mine, and Omnipollo's branding is insanely good. There's certain breweries that you would look at and say their branding is fantastic. Verden, Asvex, I like their branding. Beak's really clever. Yeah, I think there's some fantastic ideas out there. And there's space for all of them in the market, I think. Fresh Control says, who's involved in Law's designs? They are fantastic. Love the Squirrel and Rocket. That is John. John literally has about 35 beers and creates beer labels. Big Kev, hello, Big Kev. Is this the old brewery? Does it still have a broken clock behind the bar, mate? It still does. This is the original brewery, the original Lord's brewery. It's still, as Mrs. Crumby Beard says, it is still 2:15. So yeah, mate. Awesome. Good to see you, Big Kev. Jim says, Mark, any favourite Finnish beer comes to mind? Finnish beer.
So you need
I think Tuol are Swedish, aren't they? Are Tuol Swedish? Well, that's the Tuol beers. There he says, in my interview with John, I showed him my first tattoo. It's done by the same guy who does a lot of the art for Northern Monk. That's cool, Derry. And I've never met you, Derry, but I wouldn't expect any less out of you from what I've heard. The first tattoo designed by the graphic designer of Northern Monk. It's incredible. We've got a hazy lager from John because we just shook it up bad. Henry says that's really cool, Derry. Joe says, have you seen the toilets yet, Mark? Seen them. I destroyed them. About 2 o'clock. But yeah, no, sorted them out. Yeah. I've seen the toilets. John's got 3 urinals. John has 3 urinals, and it says, think of the macro breweries. Urinate here to make Foster's, Brewdog, and Carling.
Brewdog, Foster's, and
Carling. Which made me giggle. Derry said, I thought we had met when you opened a bar. Oh, Derry, no, of course we did. Sorry, I'm so sorry. We did. No, you're mistaken. Did I meet you with the... I feel like I met you. Did I meet you at the Sleeper Lager launch in Huddersfield at the Zephyr Bar? Part of me thinks I did. When John mentioned your name a couple of months ago, I thought I'd met you. But Jim says, Mark, what are you drinking at the moment? This is a very shaken up Lord Sleeper Lager, and it's not lost anything from being shaken up. It looks like a craft lager to me. Disco says Mark doesn't like to waste beer. All of his beer is finished. That's the content we like, Disco. Thank you, mate. Joey says, right then, they finish all the beers. They taste that good. Yeah. No, it's true. No beers are going to waste around here, I can tell you that. Says John.
Well, a bit of trouble with this one.
Is that the elusive hedgehog?
That's a bit. Some at the moment.
There we go. But yeah, cheers to Crummy for the 4 beers. It's really kind. What an absolute legend. Oh, there we go.
No, Rachel. I'm looking at
What a legend. Needs to be coming to the channel. Really excited to try some Blue Monkey beer. I know the thing that Crummy deals with mentioning Blue Monkey all the time, because it's quite a difficult thing when you champion your own local brewery so much. But equally, it's brilliant when you find that other people like your own local brewery that's finished. Big Kev says, he ain't finished. He's only 28. Anthony, can you hear me? I've seen that video. It makes me laugh every time. He ain't finished. He's 28. I don't understand why he don't play for Scotland. But he's finished. He's not finished. He's 28. Is it bad? I've just been criticised for my accent, which is unusual because I'm normally really good at impressions. David Wilson says, did you bring the bottle to share? Yes, we did, mate. I bought 2 cans of dragon soup just to get rid of it, if I'm honest. And I did bring my 150th anniversary banger from Adnams. And John had his as well. And we kind of poured them together because we kind of had to make a beer tasting for 3 of us. So John, Tom, and myself reviewed the Adnams 150th beer. That will be in incredibly high resolution because it was on Tom's camera. But that'll be on the channel very soon. But a fantastic beer nonetheless. Derry says, I'm confident we've met, but not a clue where. I'm also betraying the force. I only had a silence today. What? Right that wrong, Derry. Right that wrong. John, where would I have met Derry before? Was it the lager launch of Zephyr?
No. I'm sure you haven't met Derry.
I think I've met Derry, and Derry thinks she's met me, but I don't know where. This isn't copyright, by the way. Yeah, feelings mutual, Derry, but I can't figure out where. I thought it would have been the Zephyr launch. Joey says, welcome to Finland, the North Atlantic Treaty Organisation. Nice to meet you. This is my wife. Disco says, a bit lively there, John, or an aggressive pour. Sack the barman. Yeah, useless around here. Jim says, Joey, yeah, buddy. Dave Ross says, cheers, Mark. Cheers, David. Cheers, mate.
Is that your one?
Disco says, whose wife? Disco says, whose wife?
My
wife. Jim's Bottle Shop.
Yeah.
I don't think it was Jim's Bottle Shop. Annoying me now, this Derry, because I feel like I do feel like we have met. Brew London, GBBF, BeerX. I feel like we bumped into each other randomly at maybe BeerX or something. Right, we caught up with the chat. I was going to show off to John, but he's walked away. I was going to invite Chris over, but he doesn't look up for it. He's just had a poo, I think. He looks a little bit puffed out. Come on, Chris. Oh. Here we go.
Where are we up to? We're up to bottle shops. No such thing as a bottle shop. Beer shops, yes. Bottle shops, no. It's a snobby
Not
term.
a fan.
It's a snobby term.
It kind of is a snobby
It
term.
is a snobby term.
It is a snobby
It's a
term.
beer shop or an off license. In fact, all,
An off license.
all beer shops are off licenses.
Well, they are.
Yeah, I find it a really snobby term. I've got history for a long time with that comment of bottle shop.
I just looked at Chris's wife and she's nodding at me. Right, I've got to go and do something over here.
You go in a beer shop, and tell me how many bottles there are. It's all cans. Why is it a bottle shop?
Can shop doesn't really work, does it?
No,
No.
it's a
I
beer
like
shop.
it. No, I like the anti-pretentiousness that you're bringing to
Yeah,
this.
I don't like it. It's a beer shop or an off license. You will never, ever hear me refer to a shop that sells beer as a bottle shop. It's always a beer shop.
I would just refer it to a bottle shop.
Why? I know you do. You say it all the time.
I know.
And every time you say it, I cringe.
I know. It's just a phrase.
What's that? It's a generation.
Bottle shop.
The same
No
thing as
such thing.
a Hoover is just a vacuum cleaner, but everyone says Hoover.
Because
Biggest brands.
people of my generation, everyone has Hoover.
There we go.
Yeah. And that I get. I buy Hoover because I say at home we've got Dysons. I say I'm going to get the Hoover out.
Our mums had Hoovers.
But bottle shops is a snobby term. Because
Yeah.
when we were kids, everything was an off license, wasn't it? It was all an off license when we were kids. And then craft beer came along and it became bottle
It's
shops.
so true.
Yeah.
Do you remember like Threshers? Like
Yeah,
Threshers and
Threshers.
like
Well, we lived above the thresher.
you lived above the Thresher.
Yeah, it was never a bottle shop. How many bottles do you see? Unless they got wine and champagne and everything else.
I tell you, it's a bloody fair point.
I know.
Right, let's catch up with this. I know. Joey says, "Bro, Lords needs to do my wife pal out." And
Okay.
well, God, no, me wife. Nicky D says, "Denial knowledge of it if there's a bun in the oven."
Where are we talking about right now?
I don't know. Mick T's obviously heard about John's youth. Joey says we call them speakeasies or
Rathskellers.
I've heard of a speakeasy. Like I've got loads of family in Chicago. And there's still those like old original pizza shops from back in the day that you walk through. There's like a nondescript door. You knock on it 3 times, they let you into a speakeasy. Like a bar.
Yeah.
Really cool. But no, I didn't know there was still a thing. There was a specialist beer retailer. That's going to wind them up even more, I think. There he says it's literally called that. That's all. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Lazy Mini Painting says, but if the shop only sells bottles, then it has to be a bottle shop.
But they don't.
Yeah, that is true.
They
It's
don't.
true. In terms of craft beer, because we are talking of craft in the craft beer
we
context,
are.
aren't we? 80%
Can.
maybe like minimum, maybe even 90%. Jim says bottle shop boutique.
I love that. Boutique bottle
Big
shop.
Kev says it's like a supermarket. It's a market, but it ain't super. It's so
Hey, there you go.
this should be called the undercutting market, really. So all your local butchers and that go out of business. Named after President Herbert Hoover. Oh, okay, fair enough. That's a good bit of knowledge. I like that. It's like
Like-
quiz trivia, really.
They do say that. This in Australia. They do.
They call it a bottle-o, don't they? Bottle-o.
Yeah.
Bottle-o.
No, I know.
Bottle-o.
That's my shoe.
Mick
You're
T
attacking
says
Doc.
Rolsh made bottles famous. I've still got.
He's still got tops on his shoes. Proper 80s bros style.
Yeah, love that.
Yep, love that.
DW says, Derry, how's it going, girl? Good to see you, Lee. George says, Hoover is a brand. It's a vacuum cleaner. Yes, that's my
Yeah.
point. So you kind of say, I'm getting the Hoover out, but it's
Yeah.
a Dyson or a.
Yeah.
I've got a Mealy. And it's
Yeah.
like, hey, if you're going to Hoover up, you don't want to Mealy up.
I don't. I've never gone to the cupboard and said, I'm going to get the vacuum out. I might say I'm doing the vacuuming, but I never say I'm going to go and get the vacuum out.
Nah.
Never. It's Hoover. I get that. But bottle shop, no. No.
I
How many hours?
haven't thought about it until now, but I absolutely agree with you, Chris.
Well, they didn't. When you were in Malta, that had bottle shop written on the door, didn't it? I'm sure it did.
It could have well done.
I'm
yeah.
sure it did. And I was thinking,
But bottle shop's obviously kind of like a generic phrase for somewhere that sells craft beer.
exactly,
But
snobbery.
it is snobbery, yeah.
It is,
No, I hear you. I do hear you. I like it.
See, I told you, you pressed the
So
button.
much. I'm without a beer.
Silly.
I'm getting a beer. I'll be back. I will come back. And Lids is in. Got to say hello to Lids.
I mean, nothing has a fine.
Your shirt's on the wall.
I've done that twice now where you kind of lean back and you
Well, looking, there you go. Thank you.
say hello to Lids.
Hi, hi everybody, hi. Same with sellotape. True. It's sticky plastic tape. Meal sells for about 5k. I have no idea what that is, but true. Are you hoovering the beer down? They're having a good time. I had to stop because I've got to serve people drinks, and they gave me like an 11 cents something or other. And then Crumby was like, "Let's try this," and I was like, "I've got to tap out because otherwise I would have been in a mess." And I've got to serve people beer, so I can't be doing that. So I've got a coffee. What if the shop only sells bottle? Well, then that would be a bottle shop. John Brother, hello Henry, how you doing, mate? You all right? Smash the like button, subscribe on your way in. I was under the impression British people said cheerio a lot more than they actually do. But I never. No, cheerio is not. Cheerio, we don't say cheerio. It's an Americanism. We don't really do it. Ta-ra, love. That's a Yorkshire thing. Ta-ra. Did you say that in Nottingham? Ta-ra. They say love here a lot. That's what. Duck, yeah. Yeah, or chicken. See you later, chicken. It's weird, isn't it? I just sold my vacuum, not sad. It was just gathering dust. That sucks. I'm doing all right. Lee W. just back from a lovely day at Headland Bridge and Howard. Oh, nice. I've used a Kirby vacuum cleaner once. Those things are heavy and noisy as hell. Yeah, they're crazy expensive. They used to come around and try and make you buy them, didn't they? Hi, John. How you doing, mate? Trying my best to get to the brewery, but so busy. Hey, man. No stress. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Mick T says, "Lol, Joey. Joey, how disappointing. Weird that Henry smashed the like promo message now goes to moderator's approval. Have you been naughty boy, Henry?" He does that quite a lot anyway. So if you're using emojis a lot, they seem to get flagged. I've seen that in other people's chats as well. So yeah, Henry's been all right. I'll rectify that for you, John. Says Lazy Mini Painting. Hey, John, can we see that quirky spritz you have on the back bar? Which one? We've got... Castle Hill. Castle Hill. As you say, Castle Hill. There's no R in lager, is there? When we don't say lager. So yeah, Castle Hill did literally made in the next unit up from us in the corner. Is it? I've not heard a Scotsman. I say cheery bye all the time. Cheery bye. You're Big Kev, aren't you Scottish? Could be Henry. You say cheerio if you're on commission and you just sell someone solar panels on a phone call. Cheerio. Funny guy, Sharpie. Funny guy. It's always been mean about me being behind on comments. Cheerio is a breakfast cereal. It is, actually. I don't like them either. Kids like them. But got no time for multi-grain. Connor Jackson, so glad you're live, mate. Two legends in the same room. Cheers, both. That's probably not me. That's probably Crummy and Mike and Chris.
What about which mic works, by the way?
I don't know. They're both on, so it could be. Can you hear me in this one? Which one could you hear me in? You got my approval every time, Henry.
Hold on, let me stream it and I'll find out.
Right, I need to go and put this.
Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's left me in control. Right then, where did he get to in the comments? There he is. Lazy Mini Painting says, John, it's just Laz, mate. We have met after all.
Oh, hello, mate. You're all right.
There you go. A moment of realization there. Shock says, John, did you tell Bramall that you had to dump his beer as a joke?
We haven't dumped his beer. We haven't dumped. I never said that.
Where is his beer?
It's in there.
It's in there, is it?
Oh, well, yeah.
Maybe we'll steal it. We'll see. Henry's just giving some love to Rasco and Disco. Hi, Kev.
Unless the lads have told Bramall that they've dumped it.
They maybe
They might have dumped it. I don't know. I'm going to go look in the cold room and I'll tell you.
find out in a moment.
I'll go check.
Derry says that gin sounds ace, so I shall be checking them out. Jim says, John, any news on the bar? John, any news on the bar? Jim wants to know if there's any news on the bar.
It's with solicitors.
It's with the solicitings. The legal spiel is ongoing, Jim. Once it's resolved, there'll be an answer. That's what she said, Joey. I don't follow the joke, sorry. Kev says, it's Easter Friday, the time of the chocolate egg. Plenty of eggheads on show behind the bar tonight. Says, I'm Scottish and I'm Baltic. That was a good, was that a good slap? There you go, that's better. Lee W says, how you doing? It's a shock. Hi, how's you doing? Seeing the bowling going good? Oh, he's a bowling man. Joey loves him some Cheerios. I often steal them from my grandkids. I have to use emojis in pure text. They're like the amazed emoji. That's a good shocked emoji, Eric. Very good. Unusually serious question. John, are the new bottles going on the web shop next week? We'll find out. We're going to put a pin in that until he returns. He'll return any moment now. Where has he gone? We've got another question for you. Unusually serious question from Disco. John, are the new bottles going to the web shop next week?
Yes, I should have put them on this week. No,
Well, yes.
Yes. Gosh, it's dark, isn't it, on the camera? If you click... Hang on.
Oh, RGB one. That one's not working.
Ah, that's strange, isn't it?
This is the mic for speaking into.
Shabba-ding-dong. You just deafened a whole bunch of people. They're literally there going, oh, yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah, John, you got... John, there's a man that wants to buy your beer. Go and see him. He's put me into OBS, and I don't know why. Hey, right then. Where is he put you? There you are. First mic is working. Right mic good. Okay, we'll just move this one out of the way. It don't work. So we'll bring this one. There we go. That one's more interview. Connor Jackson's know you and Crummy, mate. The mic on your right is working. That's this one. Hello. But Chris also. It's true. It's doing good. Thanks. How are you? Dodgy Pokemon Canterbury chocolate for the team. Yeah. Mark's fondling my dog. Oh yeah. He's enjoying a belly rub. Very good. Lee W says, "Shop, I'm doing good. Lots of check marks." Bramall says the beer is still in the FE and going to cast next week, as far as I'm aware. Mike tasted it yesterday and was impressed. Nice. Connor Jackson says, "No, mate, you and Crummy, but Chris and Mark are also legends. You're legends. You're the legend, Connor Jackson. You're the legend. Thank you very much." David Wilson says, "Hi, Rob." There you go.
There is a man in the shape of an Ewok making his way through. This mic is the only one that's working. We can ignore the fancy coloured one.
Oh, that won't please John.
It won't. No. This one is working. That one's not working. There you go. How we doing?
Very well, very well.
Good.
where's my-
Yeah, no, that one's mine. Is that one yours?
I think.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. What have you got?
Super Lager. Cheers. What's the subject? What are we talking about?
Not a lot, really. We've just been talking. Rob from Bramwell's Backroom Brewery has just been talking about the beer he's got in the fermenting vessel here at Lord's. Apparently, the brewers are very pleased with it. Always moving the microphone out.
There we go.
There he is. Hold on, I can move to the side. Chris is in. There's one away again. I'm just saying hello, really. It's just a nice chill going on. Bramwell says, "Hi, David. Hope you're good." David says he's now having a Meantime Now IPA. It's just out of date. It's okay, but not worth the whole film. Yeah, probably not the best. Are you ready for the homebrew chat tomorrow? Says Sharky. Having a homebrew chat.
Homebrew is a thing for me. Well, it's not a thing at all. It's a thing that I leave to you wizards. I just enjoy the end result.
I've done some, and it's not that easy. I made some drinkable beer. I wouldn't say it was good beer. It's difficult.
It's
Bramwell and Sharp wizardry. They're like little beer Gandalfs.
Well, we'll try Bramwell's wares soon, won't we?
We will.
What did you brew, Bramwell? Was it a red ale? No. John, what did Bramwell brew with you?
A bacon and quiche Lorraine stout.
A bacon and quiche Lorraine stout.
I don't think that's true, but I really hope it is.
To be fair, if you do that, Wild Child are going to be annoyed because you've just nicked their next idea.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all.
What are you drinking, Tom? Are you on the?
I just finished the Creative Juices IPA.
Any good?
Not bad at all. Yeah, it was all right. It was nice. It was very. I actually thought it was quite similar to the Fat Tony. Weirdly.
Yes.
I think the Fat Tony's a slightly better session beer as well.
When I tried the Creative Juices IPA originally at Creative Juices, I was expecting more of an American influence, but I managed to appreciate. Quite. But probably a bit of quality in there.
Oh yeah, no doubt. There's no shortcuts in that. It's nice. It's a nice British IPA, I'd say. I don't know. I mean,
American IPA is.
I would say the word IPA is up for debate.
Yeah, that's gone everywhere.
But in that, yes. But in that beer, I'm not sure I would have if I was marketing that myself. I don't know that I'd call it an IPA. But then again, at the same time, maybe there are more hops in it than the standard British pale. Maybe it's not quite an American pale because it's difficult. Maybe I'd call it a British IPA. That might have helped.
Yes, I would say an American hopped IPA is a better description than an American IPA because an American IPA is.
We're into beer. We're into beer geekery. At this point.
God,
full flow.
Yeah.
But it was very nice. I do need to now decide on another beer though. What do I drink next? Is the question.
Well, I'll catch up with the chat while you select.
I will do.
Boom. There we go. Where are we? Big Kev, hello, mate. Finally a man with a hair on his head. I thought this was the right said Fred. Tom, I thought Big Kev says that he thought it was a right said Fred appreciation stream. I said this earlier to John, literally in the van as we walked down.
But they're beardless, right, said Fred.
They are.
I'm not.
No, they are. It's true. Bramwell says, Kevin, yes, you are. Yes, you sure am. David Wilson says, doing okay, thanks, Rob. Went to beer tasting with beers from Unbargesley. Good brewery. Was a good evening. How's you, Mrs. B? Disco says, I've been enjoying seeing you legends so much, not even going to mention swear words. Bramwell says, David, are we doing well? Bramwell says, a British hop IPA. That's it, with Harlequin, Olicana, and Opus. Ooh, Opus. Not knowingly had Opus or an Opus hopped beer, but Harlequin and Olicana, they're everywhere now. It's fantastic. Henry 420 says, rock on. Mark S is just blind testing with my wife a bottle of proper job. She said it was average. Thoughts, please. I'll probably agree with your wife. I think it's the best beer in the Tesco's Express. but proper job, yeah. It's just, I think, what is it? I think trends might have outgrown it a little bit. Sharky says you guys need to get an empty picture frames and put them in front of your face so you look like. It's true. Eric Gunler says, what's the most out of date or aged beer you've ever had? Oh, I had an Imperial Stout that was over 3 years and it was good. It was still good. David DeRoss says, I was taking the mickey, by the way. No, we know you are, David. It's all good around here. David Wilson says, gents, please pass on to John. Would love to see some of Rob's beer available in bottles. David Wilson says he wants to see Rob's beer available in bottles.
It's just the cost of the labels and everything.
Cost of the labels.
To rebrew it, possibly. Could be done.
Could be done.
It's just the labels, they cost a lot.
Yeah, I think.
The minimum amount of labels, the smaller the batch, the more expensive they are.
No pressure, Barrel, but if it's good, it gets bottled. Sharky says, Rob, saving that conversation for tomorrow. That's fair play. This said, I had no idea. 2 of those were British hops, Bramble. Yeah, Harlequin and Olicana are. I don't know about, what was it? Opus, that's them. How do we do that?
Yeah, I review
Brumble says Disco every day is a beer day. Disco says if you get this beer in a big bottle, will it be a Magnum Opus? Oh, Magnum Opus, that'll do. Henry says Baron Brewery, you know it, bro. Cheers, guys. Caught up in the comments. We're doing all right. 41 of you go in. How many likes on the stream? It's not my stream. It's not my stream at all. But if you can give John a like, if you don't subscribe to already, give Lord's Brewing Company a subscribe. Good old boys producing good old beer. And it is as simple as that. Lee W says Henry raising the glass. Rob says Disco. Henry says if you ain't hit the like button, you should do it. Disco says I'm still enjoying the learning, Bramble. Yeah, home brewing. It's a dark art. I don't get involved in it. Everyone goes, "Are you going to brew your own beer?" It's like, no, because number one, I'm not nearly intelligent enough to do that. Number two, I just leave it to the magicians like Bramble, like John's team, and all the rest of you absolute wizards that can produce this beautiful nectar. Henry 420 says, Lee W, my brother, hope you're good.
If it tastes fine, you just say.
This is, oh no, you haven't. Oh yes, I have. How's everyone doing?
Sell it as a feature, not
It's not like cloudy. It's not like cloudy beer.
It's unusual.
But in the bottle,
What's this going on?
it's clear unless you swirl the sediment.
There we go. Sharky says, Disco, you may learn some more from Rob and our homebrew chat tomorrow. Yeah, you got that homebrew chat on your channels, haven't you guys? If you're a homebrewer, go and have a look at Rob and Sharky. Homebrew dominant channels. That's what I can say. I'll leave the magic up to you guys. That's all I know. I drink the end result. David's homebrewing is easy. Now got too much. David, honestly, the amount of money and time I waste homebrewing. Like I say, I'll leave it to you magicians because I cannot do it. Bramble says, brewed a 1971 Boddington's bitter recipe today. Want a proper bitter like it used to be brewed in Manchester. And then Boddington, do you remember that? I remember when my dad at a barbecue drinking in massive yellow cans of Boddington. Wow. County shop, I might look in, but I'm spending the day up my local brewery doing about 6 pints of learning. Yeah, I'm doing some learning up at Lord's Brewery, mate. Yeah, I've got it. No, I've nearly got it. Glass. I keep pouring this. Like there's a beer pump here. I keep pouring it. There's nothing connected. Every time I lean on it, it comes to me. And there's nothing connected, but I still feel really soaked. Sharky says, Disco, no worries, have fun. Henry says, unless it's 1970s, he's not interested. Oh, you're a classic boy, Henry. Fair play, mate. Fair play. I like that. If you want 1960s, though, or 50s, if you want 1950s, you got to speak to Disco. I've got fossils old. I've got fossils younger than Disco. I'm just jealous because this team at top of my league and we're not. There's a committee going on back here. They're talking about stuff. Henry's laughing. Bramble says, Mark, try elusive hedgehog. It's very similar to neck oil, but it was good. Ooh, I'll have to give that a go. There was a bit of tap confusion earlier. I thought I was having elusive hedgehog, and I wasn't. I said to John, I was like, I think this has got massive hop flavour. And it was like a bitter of a really similar mouthfeel and like a. Henry says classic for sure, by the way, absolutely. Slurpy, Dave, Slurp, hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Marquez says, out of you all, who has the most expensive piece of vlogging kit? Absolutely, unequivocally. Oh, vlogging kit, though. John, Tom, we got a question. Who, yeah, no, because I've seen their equipment. Who's got the most expensive vlogging kit?
Unfortunately, I'll have to just hold my hands up.
Tom's got a setup that eclipses us all. I can say that. That's to be fair. Tom's production is insane. Like his editing and production is. Tom's
is twice as expensive as mine.
And mine's not. Mine was. You're well clear of me, and mine was 450 quid.
Yeah. But it depends. Like this camera here that we're using now, that's only.
But
Well,
it's not vlogging kit, though, is it?
No. Well, you can vlog. Well, no, you can't really vlog with it. Well, you'd have a job because you'd have to carry the laptop everywhere, wouldn't you? You're like that laptop.
To be fair, I'm not probably far off of that.
No, yours. Yeah, I've got two though, haven't I? So I've got the Sony ZV-1, and then I've got the DJI Osmo Pocket as well. And then I've got multiple tripods. I'm just addicted.
All the gear, no idea.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah. How many times have we gone somewhere and then I've tried to film and it's all gone wrong because I can't get anything to work?
But we all have those. Yeah, I hear you, but you're not alone in that because we all have the problems.
Yeah, but I've got more gear than most people, and half the time I can't get it to work.
It's very true.
It's true.
Henry says he loves all things classic. Slurpy
I'm
says,
classic.
Slurpy says that, Henry. David Ross says you keep talking into the wrong mic. The one on your left doesn't work. Okay, I'm going to swing this one in. Swing that one out. I'm going to swing that one in. There we go. Probably sounds a little bit better now. Henry Fortuna says, Slurpy Dave, hope you're good, mate. Bramble says, out, Slurpy. Slurpy says, just seen 4 birds all stuck together. I think they were Velcros. You got to love Slurpy. He's brilliant. Henry Fortuna says, these days you don't need to spend much to produce high-quality MIDI. No, you don't, but you need to have the time. And time is something that I haven't got. And Tom does fantastically well with his videos. Slurpy says, just in the video, Mr. B, I'll know if it's like the original, but taste it today. Bramble says, John has a bag full of gadgets for filming. He was showing off last week. All very good stuff. Yeah, he honestly, he is like the Amazon king. It's ridiculous. Eric Goodland said, this American malt liquor category of beer I haven't. The American malt liquor category of beer I haven't had any of. But the names of those screams American, like Colt 45. Oh, God. Let's not do it. David Wood says, hi, Slurpy. Brad Evans says, how are we all doing? Brad, good to see you, mate. Welcome in. Henry 420 says, John, you are a classic legend. He really is. Despite his small feet, he is a good guy. Slurpy David says, hey up, David and Brad. Slurpy says, skrr. Disco says, skrr, legend. Absolutely. David Durrell, as you were discussing, he set up 2 mics and 1 didn't work. Yeah, well, we're into that now. Brad Evans says, Henry. Jim says, Eric, Magnum, Old English. Absolutely. David says, hi, Brad. Hope you're well and the family okay. Big Kev says, not seen mics overhead like this since watching Andy Peters. Yeah, it's kind of got those like 80s BBC vibes, which is a worry. Henry 420 says, you're a classic legend if you like the classic. Yeah, cheers, mate. I appreciate that. Thank you. Henry says, of course. He's laughing. Disco says, That's an expensive pun, Slurpee. Velcro is such a rip-off. Oh, has Disco just out-slurped the Slurpee? I don't know. There's a chance. But ever says, David Wilson, all good, cheers, buddy. How you doing, mate? Neil Long. Hey, Neil. How you doing, mate? Hiya. Hello, mate. David Wilson says, okay, Brad, it's a long weekend. It absolutely is. And we're making absolute advantage of that long weekend, David. I can tell you that. Mark says, hey, Mark. Everyone loves Brew London, but why don't you go to the craft beer festival? Something like 50 quid and all of your beers included. That's incredible. Where is it? Where is it, Mark? Where is it? Is that the London Craft Beer Festival? Bramwell says, evening, Brad. Henry's saying hi to Brad. Brad's saying hi to Bramwell. Slurpee says the guy who invented Velcro died. Rip. Slurpee has that's the reason he's called Slurpee Dave. There's a reason. Henry says, Neil Long, good evening. Jim's saying hi to Brad. Connor Jackson says, Mark, do you prefer Warstein or Krombacher? Oh, not beers that I drink that often. I'm going to say Krombacher, though. I'm going to say Krombacher. Yeah, just for me. Brad says, hi, Jim, mate. Slurpee says, the London Craft Beer Festival in Manchester. Well, that's what I was worried about, because there's so many craft beer festivals popping up. I just wanted to make sure I was getting the right one. We've got the YouTube wives and girlfriends, and I've just heard Chris's wife. You're married. Chris's wife say it freaks me out the way he stands there and talks to the camera. Talking to myself. Well, you've not known me long enough, because that's quite an easy thing to do. Mark says, yeah, London Craft Beer Festival in early mid-August, Tobacco Dock in South London. It's funny because I talked about just to John the other day on the phone, mixing up the beer festivals. So it's on the list, mate. I can say that. Neil Long says, everyone for 20, elevate. Disco says, Velcro was actually invented by two people. It was tough going at first, but they stuck together. Marcus says, beer wax. It kind of is. Somebody says, think you need to top your glass up, Mark. Yeah, I know. But I'm hosting the live, so we've kind of got this like weird rotor system in. Jim says, it isn't Bitburger or Wit style. No. Bitburgers, it's more of a straight up German Bitburger. I'd say it's more. I'm trying to go back to the last time I tried Bitburger. I'd say it's more. Is it Pilsner? Trying to remember. I don't drink Bitburger often. David Ross is now about to open a can of Vocation Sweet Temptation Chocolate Caramel Stout with Brew York. Mate, that's a really, really, really good beer. It's just a good beer. It's a great supermarket stout. And for about £3, £3.50, well worth the money. Enjoy that, David, mate. That'd be good. Henry says, Neil Long, hope you good, mate. This is whose wife? It's not my wife, because she's not here. Eric Quinlan says, Jim, I've read that the malt liquor category was a response to laws that regulated beer to under a certain ABV. Yeah, this is this weird stuff that goes on. Henry Fortuny says, David Ross has interest in that in terms of the sweet caramel. Yeah, Henry, it's available in Morrison's, mate. Neil Long says, I had a Krombacher unfiltered in Albert Schoss in Liverpool for the first time. It was beautiful. Never seen it on tap before. No, mate. That's a new one on me. Krombacher's generally pretty decent. Jim says, Eric, you are correct. Eric says, Bitburger is a great German Pilsner. I had it in the brew, in the Beer Monster, and I've done 5 litres in a night. It was that good. David says, Marquez, also worth going to the London Brewers Alliance Festival on the 17th of June at Fuller's Brewery, worth going to £40 with beer included. Tom, how you doing, mate? Good to see you, Tom. Thomas Flynn. Good to see you, mate. Lads, Tom, do you want to... I'm going to draft in Tom because I need a wee. Just need a wee, mate. Is that right?
Yeah. Hello. Right. I'm currently drinking a very interesting beer. I do have a bottle of it just here, as it happens, to show you. This is High Roller Brute IPA. Bottle 1 from Lords. And all I can say is, if you like, I guess, kind of slightly sour, farmhouse, bit of lambic, that sort of thing, but maybe not too intense, you need to go and order one of these, because due to some circumstances, they're not sure if they can actually reproduce it. It was quite a unique yeast set that they acquired for this pour. And I have to say, it's really interesting because you get that kind of initial minor sourness like you would in a lambic. You get some bubblegum flavors like you would expect from kind of a traditional Belgian or a Belgian farmhouse or something like that. But then it goes on and it continues down that kind of sweet shop route into something that's a bit more almost like the sherbet from a refresher bar, and then ends up in absolute dryness. It's quite an interesting beer. I don't know what you were talking about before you left, but I went full beer geek on this beer that I'm drinking. It's very interesting.
What is it?
It's one of those, the High Roller Brut IPA.
Champagne yeast beer.
Yeah, champagne yeast beer. Very interesting. Very different.
That will be a cast back to Curious Brew did Curious IPA, and it was with champagne.
Yeah,
yeast.
so the original Curious Brew was a lager. That was quite good with champagne.
Oh, Curious Brew is insane.
It was interesting. But it was
Got
nice.
banned from drinking that when I weeded my mum and dad's meat box whilst being an apprentice electrician.
Smooth.
True story.
Hello.
Hello.
He's just tried the high roller.
I've just been telling everyone about High Roller.
Chris thinks it's awful.
I like it.
I don't mind it.
There you go. There's a split difference of opinion. Mark's about to try it now, so we'll find out. So John, who actually owns the brewery that made it, isn't keen, but he doesn't like sours and lambics. Chris doesn't hate it, but maybe isn't keen. Mark's pulling a face like we might have thumped his teddy in the face. I'm not sure what's going on here. No?
No, it's not offensive. It's just not my cup of tea.
All right. Mark doesn't like it either. Right. So out of 4, I think it's quite nice. It is an acquired taste, but I like that taste. So it's
weirdly, it's got lots of highest reviews on Untapped.
Yeah, the Untapped people love it.
Yeah, there you go. You can hear that. They can see.
They can see. We've gone grey in here, but they can see. Right here. Where do we get to in the comments? Thomas Flynn says, incredible football game. Hull Sunderland at 4-4. Everyone's just saying hi. How's everyone's night going? Very well, thank you, Thomas. I'm in a brewery with some beer. Got my dogs here. I'm having a great time. What have you gone to? Oh, I'm being touched inappropriately. Thank you.
Note the smile on the face.
Hello. All aboard.
All aboard.
All aboard.
Is that a thing? Is it?
It is now. What's funny was I assumed it was John to start with because I've been molested by him most of the day. It wasn't. It was Chris. I've just been molested by everyone. You all right?
Yes.
Good. Big Kev says, not having Velcro, prefer laces. Why not? That's good.
The Velcro joke thing has been really good.
That's good. I like that. Do you reckon the Velcro joke thing will stick around?
Oh.
Sorry. Thank you, David Wilson. I go to the last time, maybe 2019. It's my good friend's 40th birthday, so not trying to go though. Genuinely gutted. Not sure what he's referring to, but it's a shame. But now you chimed in. Let's speaking to each other. Big Kev loves a refresher bar in my comments. I thought that beer tasted tastes like bubblegum up front, Belgian bubblegummy yeast. Yeah. But then after a while, you get that kind of refresher bar sherbetiness.
From the it's just not a style I really like.
I quite liked it, but
I like the champagne.
I feel like this camera's not quite pointing the right direction. I feel like we move more. There we go.
I like the Curious Brew, Curious
IPA.
No, it's just it's a Curious Brew from Curious, yeah. Because I think that champagne yeasty thing in a lager just made more sense, whereas the IPA, just too much depth in a beer, puts me off a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Bramwell says, I reviewed it last night, Tom. Pineapple cubes with complex malt background. Loved it. I assume he's talking about this. I can see that. It's more it's synthetic. It's not. Oh, it's not synthetic. That's not just true. It's not a synthetic beer. I'm not getting like raw fruit from it. I'm getting like that synthesized. Again, the bubblegum, the sweet.
I didn't have enough of it just now, but it's all on you. But yeah, it's
I can see that.
The thing is, whenever you introduce a funny, I say funny, a different yeast into a beer, especially a style like IPA, especially more of a British IPA, which that is. It's not an American IPA, is it, with the funky yeast? 'Cause
Oh,
it
yeah,
just wouldn't
for sure.
work. But it's going to be a bit of a mix. It's polarizing, but you know what? You're not going to satisfy everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Jim says Brit IPAs are typically lower in carbs. Found as Civilization Brit IPA was fantastic. That's an interesting. I don't know why that is. Clearly, the yeast clears some stuff up.
I've still never, to this day, had a Founder's beer.
I've got one in my fridge, and it's been on my to-review list every week, probably for the last. I mean, I got it nearly a year ago. Paul gave it me. It's a strong one. It can be aged. It's not an issue. But I'm like, I need to do that. And I'm still not done it yet. Disco says, I like the description, Bramall. Sold to me. Might actually finally put an order in next week. It is. I think it's a divisive beer. We can't turn around and say everyone should buy this beer because they'll love it, because they won't. But if you do like that slightly twangy thing, I think it's a good one.
The thing is, it's a difficult thing for me because I kind of learned to not enjoy the kind of funkier beers when I was in France last year. I didn't enjoy the New England IPA with that funk at the end. So funky beers took a step back in my journey just because of that.
So
Holiday,
interestingly, yesterday I received a few French craft beers.
They might be good. They might be good.
I know you weren't keen, so I'm interested to find out whether I like them or not, because I'm not averse to that European yeast funk. So I'll be interested to see how I get on with them.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't get loads.
Might be all right.
But yeah, I'm interested. We'll see what happens. Sorry, Eric said, is champagne yeast able to ferment beer at higher ABV without dying from the high ABV? It's certainly higher than like traditional, like, and I don't want to say because I'm from there, but Nottingham ale yeast is one of the go-tos for best bitters and that sort of thing. And then obviously you've got like Verdant yeast and Vermont yeast, and there's all sorts of stuff. The Verdant yeast and Vermont yeast will be able to go higher because it's an IPA base, but compared to the Nottingham ale yeast and general trad beer yeasts, yes, a champagne yeast will go to probably 11-12% without really thinking about it.
Makes sense.
Because most champagnes are probably in the 14% region,
Yeah,
I would imagine. So
12.5, I think.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, it definitely peaked 10 anyway. Oh, dear me, all these Velcro jokes. Get a grip!
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at him, he's on it. He's on it, is David. Jim says, Eric, I know Sierra Nevada and Founders brewed a brute at 6%.
Wow, what a collab that is.
That's a big collab. Brit IPA seems to be a big trend around 2012. It quickly came out of fashion. I can see why. They're not for everyone. I certainly wouldn't want a lot of them.
I think it probably would have been in line with the British sparkling wine boom. I think it probably would have been in line with that. So when I talk about Curious Brew, that was a lager brewed with champagne yeast, but that was totally in line with. So that would have been a yeast harvested through Chapel Down Vineyard, who provided the sparkling wine to Will and Kate's wedding. Mm-hmm. So, like, when you look at the trends, you're absolutely right, Eric. I think, I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right with that.
Weird.
Hi, Mark. Did you enjoy the beers from the brew? Yes, mate. Really, really good. The only one I wasn't sure of was the Golden Ale. I did film videos. And to be honest with you, I shied away from it because it's just so much editing time. There's about 20 videos in there. Tom's laughing at me because he does about 20 take videos every day. But what? Your editing skills are much greater than mine.
Oh. I wasn't laughing. I was eating a miniature Cornish.
No, he was laughing. He was laughing.
I wasn't.
But no, I've done a video on it now. I probably should get it out. But yes, really enjoyed the beers. I bought a flight, and the worst beer in there was the Strong Golden Ale. But it just took me by surprise because it was about 6%. So it shouldn't have taken me by surprise, but it kind of did because it was, I don't know, it just wasn't my thing. But the
this is good to know because I've just gifted Mark a Strong Golden Ale, so this will be interesting.
Have you?
Yeah, there's a DDH 6% Golden Ale.
Okay,
we'll find out soon. I've not tried it yet, so I don't know how good it is. It's a brand new one, so we'll see. We'll see. Big Kev says, all your dogs, i.e. wolves, are sleeping or awake. They're pretty much asleep at this point, thankfully. They've been a bit on edge all day, so they're chilling out now. Finally. Anyone wanting more Velcro injections, stick around. Hashtag this good.
Ban him.
Eric agreed. Thomas Finn says, does Lord's Brewing Co. still sell Mount Helix? I've not seen it for a while.
I don't think it does.
I mean, I'm sure we can probably bully him.
Was that that was an extra pale ale, I believe.
Was it?
John, Mount Helix, what style was it? Oh, it was a Westie. West Coast
Is
pale.
it coming back? They want to know. He says it's never coming back. I don't know why. I don't know what it did to deserve that, but apparently it's not coming back. IPL was also a style that just came. I can't tell you how happy I am that the IPL arrived and everyone went, this is shocking, and it left. Because that, for me, is the worst. No, I've never stood there and gone, you know what? I want a really, really refreshing light beer that also tastes quite a lot like a swamp.
Yeah, but cold IPAs are literally the same thing, and they are everywhere.
I feel like cold IPA have more body, though, and then that's the big difference. I'll be honest, I've only had... I think I only had 3 IPLs because when you have one and it's terrible and you go, maybe it was just that brewing, you have a second it's terrible, it's like maybe third time looking, it's still terrible, then you stop, right?
Yeah, but I liked Snipe.
But I've only had one cold IPA and I actually really enjoyed it, and it was from Brew York, who I know a lot of people love, but we both agree on always the best.
No.
They're very hit and miss, especially for me on the pales.
Yeah.
Right? And I had their cold IPA, and
And
while
you
it wasn't
enjoyed it.
incredible, it was very nice. It wasn't, it's not an immediate go out, try this beer, but it was solid. It was fine. It was good.
Well,
But maybe they didn't do a true one. I don't know. But
it needs a look. I think with the summer coming
they
up.
did also call it Nanok, which is my dog's name, which is why I bought it. So,
But I think with the seasons coming up, there's room for it.
oh yeah,
There's
for
room.
Sure. If I saw that again, and it was the thing is, the word cold IPA actually refers to the brewing method, not how it's served, right? So, and that could be easily confused. But if you actually in summer not only brewed it cold, but also served it a bit cooler, not necessarily lager temperature, but maybe 5 or 6 degrees, actually that would be
Especially if anyone agrees, and we're going to talk about beer trends here. When you look at beer trends, and 2 years ago, if you could say, Mark, I walk in a pub and you could have a double dry hop top pale ale, 4.6, 4.8, I'd have been all over it, like a tramp on chips. Now, I probably couldn't be less interested.
trends, though. Yeah.
Trends. Is the cold IPA, India Pale Lager, is there room for it in the craft beer world right now? And I
agree.
think there probably would be. Room.
It's got to. I think whatever. No, we get. This is almost verging into an economics discussion at this point. I think because trends are dictated by several different things. One is just the overexposure to one thing, and therefore people fall off it. Like everyone's talked about Nipah fatigue and stuff like that in the past.
Yeah.
So yes, people are probably bored of big, brash, American, fruity or dank IPAs at this point. Not everyone, loads of people still love them. You know what I mean? The average pub goer we've got to talk about here, not the individuals who rave after that sort of thing. But I think so. But something else has got to drop off, and we want to decide what is dropping off to make space for that cold IPA, and how many. The thing is, practically, it works better than an IPL or anything else, just in name. In fact, it says the word IPA in it. Because people will buy anything for that. As I pointed out last week, when I went to a Taproom with my mate who likes his craft beer, I mentioned this on a stream already, likes his craft beer, big IPA fan in general. Basically, he's got IPA on the board, he's going to buy it. Only one, there were several IPAs on the board, but they were Nipahs. They weren't described as IPAs. One was described as Nipah, one was described as a West Coast, one was whatever. The only one that had the word IPA singled out was a triple IPA. So he bought a pint of it, not knowing what it was, and rocked up with a pint of 10% triple IPA. Because the branding of the word IPA is so strong in people's minds that he just went over the whole board and went, I don't want the bitter, I don't want the stout, I don't want the red ale, and then went through all the other. He didn't want the pale because it was too weak. He didn't want So he just saw he found the one with the literal word IPA in it. Didn't pay any attention to the name, the ABV, the description, or anything else. Just went, I'll have that.
Yeah, ignored the triple thing before it.
By the way, 45 minutes later, instant regret. However, that is what happened, and that's how strong that terminology is at the minute. So yes, I think just on the fact that it says something IPA, people don't care that it says cold. Almost. Just as long as it's got IPA.
So you think cold IPAs are stronger than India Pale lagers?
Yeah, because if the word IPL is on the board, everyone goes, "What's that?"
Yeah. I think it's a cricket.
Sounds like
a cricket.
Sounds like a IPL. Sounds like a political affiliation you might not want.
There we go.
It's got a. You know what I mean? It's a bit vague. No one really knows what it means. Yeah, I don't know. There's a question mark over it. So yes, but as I say, they're not. They're very similar. They're not quite the same thing. But I've had one IPA. I've had one cold IPA, which was fantastic. I've had 3 IPLs, and each one of them I just wanted to throw out the window. It was awful.
There we go. I've had a cold IPA this week from Ampersand, which I really enjoyed. And if I'm going to think of an IPL, it's going to be the Adnams IPL, and it was lovely.
There you go.
Really good.
If I see it, I'll try it. I would like to try one that was nice, but so far it's not happened. Jim agrees with Eric. Have you been to the parish in Huddersfield?
No, mate.
I have not, I'm afraid, Thomas. The only place I've been in Huddersfield is right here. And John's house.
Yeah, John's house, yeah.
Velcro jokes, those keep tearing me apart. Oh, dear. Mount Helix was a West Coast, says Derry. She knows us.
She sold it.
Right. Good. Dictionary Corner's just looking up. She's having a nice time. Would you like some more wine? She needs some more wine. I'll get some more wine in a moment.
I'll get some wine.
There you go. Mark's on it. Mark's on the wine delivery. Disco's off up, Chippy. Probably take your legends on in my ears, enjoying the stream. Then more beer. # disco. Chippy sounds a fantastic idea. IPLs have always been a bit forgettable for me. Yeah, absolutely. Either forgettable or just hideous. IPLs were overly sweet, in my opinion. Didn't care for the style. I really enjoy a sweet lager, like a proper malty Helles, but that doesn't work with that big, brash, slightly bitter hop thing. It just doesn't work. So this is interesting. Jim always said I thought IPLs were overly sweet. And I think they weren't necessarily sweet compared to like a proper Helles. But maybe the sweet and the dank hop doesn't work.
I can see what he means, though. I can see what he means.
But but it's weird because I get it. But at the same time, you wouldn't say an ABK Hells was too sweet.
You wouldn't, but by the time the hops come in, I don't know. What's an IPL going to sit at? 4.5, 4 to 4.5. It's probably going to be a little bit sweeter.
It's definitely going to be sub 6. I think it's probably more like 4 to 5.5. But yeah,
plus more. It's going to be the sweeter tropical end of hops. So I can see probably why that would be a thing.
This guy's a 4-year-old IPL in the beer stash. It's probably ready now. Yeah, the hop fade might have happened, and you might be fantastic now. To be fair,
probably a great Helles.
Says go for it, Disco. Which one of the other reviewers has done the iconic Cerebral video that you wish you had done? I don't know, to be honest. I've always had quite a. I feel like my YouTube journey's been has been disassociated from channels that I don't just interact with, as in me and yourself, me and John, me and Paul. As in, like I'm not saying I don't watch other people, because that's not true. I don't watch a lot of content of other beer stuff because, generally speaking, I don't want to watch something where I think I'm never going to review it, and then the next day, the next week, the next month, I get a fantastic opportunity where I get to review it like in situ, like here, and then be influenced by whatever someone else said. I just want to. You know what I mean? I want that raw, non-impacted reaction.
I think it's quite a question for me, I just don't have the time. I just genuinely don't. My subscriptions box is lighting up blue every time I log into my phone. I mean, I just don't have the time to look at other channels.
there is
And there's been times where we spoke about beers, and Tom's like, I reviewed it 2 days ago, and I'm like, mate, I'm sorry.
Oh
I
yeah,
just
no,
didn't
but
get
everyone's,
it.
yeah, but everyone's the same. Everyone's in the same position.
I don't. The beers that you wish you'd have done.
The thing is, this is I've break this question down a little bit.
It's going to be
differently,
trend beers, isn't it?
possibly, but the question really there is about a video rather than a specific beer. And for me, the videos that I wished I'd created are never in beer.
Okay.
For whatever reason, like because the videos that I watch and I'm like, oh, that was just beautifully executed. It's in automotive, it's in photography and videography. It's in those spaces that maybe are more lending to big visuals.
But I think that's where your channel comes in quite well, because I think you add that element of production, that element of detail that is missing from beer.
I mean, it is and it isn't, because I mean, you could take a cross sample of beer-based channels and go, what's the visual quality like, and you could say, honestly, like, hands up, it's just my camera. I've got a good camera. That's it. Like, I'm not pulling any real trickery. It's just I understand the concept of lighting and I understand how to set up a camera because I'm into photography. Right? There's no magic involved. It's just a case of I've got a resource that other people don't have, right? But does it lend itself to it? Well, actually, when people are looking for beer content, are they looking to be enticed visually by the content, or are they actually just looking for an opinion? And at that point, does it really matter? And it's a bit of a catch-22 there. But
a beer that you wish that others did that you wish you'd done. It's difficult because this is like
the only thing I can say is, given the recent Guinness hype, I avoided putting Guinness content out for ages. I've genuinely always drank Guinness. I'm not saying every week, I'm not saying every month, but quite frequently, I've always drank Guinness because I'm a dark beer fan overall, right? That's my general preference is towards dark beer. If I walk into somewhere, the Guinness looks good and they've got nothing interesting craft local-wise, unless it's red hot outside, that's going to be my go-to. And I've always avoided putting Guinness content out there because I thought, everyone knows Guinness, who's going to be interested in this? And my perception of what people are interested in is very different. Then we realise the fact that actually several channels out there, and not just on YouTube, on Instagram and everything else, literally just focus on Guinness and have huge followings. People can have massive interest in one product. And I'm kind of like, I probably should have expressed my interest in that earlier. Somehow. But I don't know. That's my only regret.
I think for me it's Brew London last year. I think I just got smashed. I got smashed too early. I got hammered too early. Didn't get any content. It was just full of people.
He wished he'd not put wheels on his luggage. That's all he wished.
Honestly. Liz, you off?
She'll be back.
Brew London. It was just such a massive missed opportunity. I just got whisked away. It was probably my second event at it's like a beer YouTuber guy.
One more time.
But no, it was just it was just one of those things where it was like, by the end of it, I had such a good time personally. It was like, yeah, but what did you get out of it? It was like, yeah, I got a load personally out of it, but I just wish you just got a little bit more.
Yeah, that's fair. Right then, Neil Long says, actually drinking the Goose Island Albi IPL as we speak.
Neil Long, I'm surprised at that.
Neil.
Hit me with it, Neil. How was it?
Yeah, how bad is it, Neil?
Jim knows.
Quick as a flash there, Jim. Well done. There's also someone trying to give it a vintage taste by now. Let's say, if anything, it's probably improved. I'm finding it very floral. That's one description. Oh dear. Neil Long says, Jim, it's wet.
What?
Neil Long just wrote, Jim, it's wet. Is the review.
That's it.
Jack Bennett says, I think you're better off calling it a hoppy lager. I'll be totally honest. My lager preference resides entirely in Germany. I want no hops near my lager at all.
I'm with you, Tom.
I want no hop in my lager at all. But a personal preference. I appreciate everyone. If some people, citrus and floral are two flavors. It doesn't matter if it's beer, food, anything else. Given the option between that and something dark and rich, I'm going dark and rich.
Yeah.
And that's always been my thing. I just can't.
Oh, I hear you.
I can't think. Thomas Flynn says,
What was that, David Durrell?
Sorry, David. When I was a research student in Cambridge in the early 90s, all you got was drinking IPA, which has nothing to do with being an IPA. Being a drinkable beer was tenuous. Oh, dear.
Yeah. Not far from that. I live quite close to that, David, and I hear.
It's funny. I remember I've been fortunate enough to go to Twickenham a couple of times to watch England play. Not in recent years because dogs take precedence, but before we got on, I managed to go. I think I've been 3 times, and the first time was just that eye-opening. I've never been to an event like this. It's fantastic. Second 2 times, you realise that you kind of remember the first time was like no one really cared what was going on at the bar. They just wanted some beers, and it was fine. Yeah. But then from the second and third time I went, although Guinness was still the main sponsor of the Six Nations, I think it was the LBS Six Nations with Guinness as a drink sponsor, and then the third time was just Guinness Six Nations. But Green King had become the official drink sponsor of England. So you go to their thing. But because of the Guinness involvement, they had to serve Guinness. And the first time you went there, people were just buying all sorts of whatever. Second 2 times, because it was Green King, I can't, just rows and rows of black beer coming out of the thing and no one buying the Green King at all. It was just like you lot have not really thought about your quantity allowance here because like no one's interested. It's
terrible.
Just awful.
It's terrible.
It is tragic.
Undrinkable rubbish.
Absolutely. Tom says, how's the adventure come along with the portable beer?
Mate, really good. Yeah, really good. I don't know if you've seen the latest video, but Tom, if you've got any names for the mobile craft beer bar, let us know. But yeah, really well, thank you, mate.
You want some bad pun names? Have you not decided what you're calling it yet?
No, it's all up for discussion.
Oh dear, that's a whole. Okay, chat. So mobile portable bar in a horse box. There's so much to go at. There's so much to go at.
Too much.
There's so
honestly,
much to go at. It's
we've called it so far. Number 1 is the Gallop Inn. The Gallop Inn.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
But, we had the Pony and it was brilliant. It was the Foal and there's loads of names. There's loads of names on YouTube. Just get them on. Get them in the comments on my latest video, and they'll be on the shortlist. The Foal and Folly was one.
That's nice.
I like that.
I feel like it's the hoof and something, but I've not quite got it yet. But yes, there's lots to go at. Disco says, he prefers his hops faded a bit, but I might have overdone it. Quite liked it at the time. It was Souvenir Beer collab with a band I like. Signature Brew.
Yeah.
Accidentally aged. I feel myself that the new world of hops is a bit hard for the pale lager styles.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
just don't think they blend. Just don't think they work. What do you enjoy about YouTube and video making?
This.
Yeah. It's the... What do they call it? What's the word?
Don't say community because it's not loud.
You can't say word. No. No, sorry, I got a better word. It's the... they use it all the time on LinkedIn for snobby business events.
Networking.
Networking, that's the word, yeah.
Such a wanky word.
It is a wanky word. But yeah, no, it's the let me just think about it for a minute, right? If you enjoy video production, photography of any kind, you got that in the middle. Prior to that, you enjoy a nice beer. and post that, you get to meet some people who also got interested in beer. You can't. There's no real loss here. Like there's no. It doesn't matter whether by any conventional metric what you do is successful or not. You enjoyed a beer.
Yeah.
You got to do a creative outlet, and you got to meet people off the back of it. It's like, well, who's losing?
It's good.
The only people losing are the people sat around being miserable. Like there's no loss here. So
It's true. It's true.
Yeah. Jim says, Eric, I guess by that Budweiser brews with. I guess that's why Budweiser brews with rice. I mean, rice beer is very clean. Nothing else.
I don't mind a rice beer. To be honest,
Gave up years ago, mate. Yeah. I'll be honest. I've always had a fractious thing with BrewDog. Pre the whole, how they treat their employees, scandal, everything else. I always had this thing where it's like, because then the Nottingham BrewDog bar, I think was the third BrewDog bar. It was the fourth. They did Edinburgh, they did Glasgow, they did London, and then Nottingham was the fourth one. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, it was one of the early ones. I might have got that wrong. It was one of the early ones. And I kind of always had this fractious thing. It was like, told it was opening. I was like, yes, finally, because it was all
back then. It would have been amazing.
It would have been amazing. Yeah, it was like there weren't good bars. There were cheap bars, there were expensive bars. They all sold Carling, and some of them sold some trad beer that I liked, but they weren't places you wanted to go with your mates when you were 20.
Yeah,
right. Or actually, I was probably older than 20, but you know what I mean. In your mid-20s anyway.
35.
Yeah. You know what I mean, though. In your peak going out in town years, which is when that opened, for me, there was no. The beer was good in the locals that I go to my dad my dad with, but when you go out in town, it was all just dross. The fact that the BrewDog was opening up, bringing this different stuff, stronger stuff, to a venue that was actually nice to go to with my mates, over the moon. Went in the first time, had 3 different beers in there, and pretended to like every one of them, and I mean pretended. I didn't like any of them.
Why?
Truthfully, no, because it was obnoxiously expensive.
Yeah, okay.
I've decided to go there and drag my mates there because I think it's a good idea.
Oh, this is really nice.
Yeah, right. I'm not saying all. No, by the way, I'm not saying all were terrible. That's not the case. But it's just like never once did I have a pint in BrewDog and go, oh yeah, that's really good. I never had that. That's a really good moment. And this is BrewDog in its heyday. It's when everyone else is going. This is fantastic. I never really enjoyed it. Funnily enough, though, when they did the gimmick stuff, Tactical Nuclear Penguin, the first of the high ABV, what's this? I genuinely liked it. I thought I really, again, mid-20s, happy to have some stupid ABV shot on a night out, whatever. Genuinely really liked it. But I've always had this kind of fractious thing where I would go in, and then eventually they started bringing the guest beers in. I was like, oh, that's where I'm actually
that's the level.
This.
Yeah.
This is the nice bit. I've never really got on with their beers that well. The second iteration of Elvis Juice was my favourite beer they ever did.
I remember drinking Elvis Juice, and I was like, was it 6-7?
That was the one I liked. So I think originally it was 7% on the nose.
6-7 one. That's the one I'm on about.
Yeah.
And it was like,
that's the one I'm on
oh
about.
my God. Yeah. It was like, beer can be this good.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
And it was like, this has got grapefruit in it, but I really like it. And it was like, tell your mates about it sort of beer.
Absolutely. But I've always had this kind of, I like that there's something different available, but I'm not sure I personally enjoyed that, what they're doing thing. And I don't know why that is, but
look, I, if I'm honest, I never knew what all that sort of shady background. Is it shady? It's my opinion. It kind of like that weird stuff that went on in the background, and it's like
it's funny. Everyone's got a bit. I think the problem they've got is that they've got a lot of different groups who are ready with an axe to grind.
Yeah,
because they sold people the idea of different, and the interpretation of that depends on why you're annoyed with them. So most people, they targeted the hip, trendy, somewhat alternative, very hyper modern, very progressive audience, right? And those are the people that really hate what they did with their style. Well, which I do too. I don't like what they did with their style. If it's true, this is not John Shannon. We have to be very. But if any of it was true, it seems horrible. But on the flip side, I don't want to go. Yeah, I don't want to dox myself, but the punk thing really grated with me for a number of reasons, and they basically sold the idea of the 70s anti-establishment movement, as a brand, to then may or may not have bought shares in Heineken. I mean, that grates. If you've got any,
It was a difficult watch, wasn't it? That sort of documentary, all that.
some
Sort
of
of,
my most successful video to date, by the way, on YouTube.
is it?
The debrief.
disclosures
Of that, yeah, the debrief of that video. Yeah, I had no idea at the time. I put more effort in if I'd known. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't sit well with me. I don't like that. I don't like that sort of thing.
That was really well. In answer to your question, yeah, probably. Jim says, sorry, Disco says to Jim, I think Bud brew with rice because it's better for the bottom line and balance sheet. They might wave a hop over the fermentation vessel briefly. Certainly might do. I don't. What does this mean, John? It says Crummy is the Jilly Golding of beer vlogging. What does that mean?
Who's Jilly Golding?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
Oh, well, yeah, go for it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know.
Is she good looking? Is that why?
I don't know.
Who's Jilly Golding? Okay. So David says I'm the Jilly Golding of beer vlogging. I don't know who that is. I can only imagine she's magnificent with a very good beard. I don't know what to say. Dictionary Corner's finding out for me. I'll wait to find out whether I'm going to be offended in 5, 4.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently,
Who's getting offended?
oh, that's fine. She looks educated. I'm happy. Damage. Got damage.
Damage on the sleeper.
Chris is in. How do you, sir?
I thought I'd come and say hello. But then I realised once I got here that I needed to visit the toilet.
I also need to. I'm going to wait for someone else to come and take
Mark's
over.
back. And then,
Thank you for putting so much thought into your answers. We'll try, Mark.
I feel like that was sarcastic.
It might have been, but I'm going to take it anyway.
Oh, thanks, Mark, mate.
He might not have been sarcastic, and then he feels really bad now. So you know. Eric says, imagine the more traditional hops grown in the USA like Hallertau. Absolutely. Disco, that's it, but I think it's because it's easy to obtain and keep the clarity of the swill. Saying hello. Eric says, yes, sent in a few others. Whisked away. Chucked out, you mean? Well, there is that. Jimmy wants something where it's a little bit different about a different kind of barley grown in the USA. Makes the beer cloudy, therefore rice in the recipe. Very possible. Very possible. Mick T's in. He says, I'm higher than a dwarf on a ladder, sipping a cellar, drawing the bar snacks, picking up the cheddars. There are magnificent bar snacks just behind us. Eric says, strong stouts are the best start. I agree. Just call it the mobile beer trailer. It's an option. He's currently exciting one of my dogs. The Wobbling Widget. Oh, that's a good name. The Wobbling Widget.
I know, isn't
Thomas says, call it portable fun. That way they might get the wrong idea. That's where you go.
What's that?
Mark's horse box. Call it portable fun.
That's quite a good name.
Yeah, that's the after hours.
You've got hair on your face. Stay still. You're right.
David
I
says,
don't mind you.
oh, there you go.
So old.
Right.
34.
I feel like, well,
Jesus
I need to go for a piece. I'm going to leave you
I've got
two
10 years
to
on
leave you two to comments, but the horse's arse will be a great name, says David. I think it's a fantastic name. The horse's arse.
You're all right. You having a good time?
Yeah, no, I was just wondering.
James C. Everyone saying hello to each other. That would get a lot of hits. Great.
No, it would.
No,
Got a bit.
I'm gonna get it.
Get a bit. James, that way you get loads of hits looking for mobile beer. Like, yeah, I know, but I can't cut the horse's arse, though, can I? I thought we decided we'd call it Camilla. Yeah, that was you, Disco, 4 or 5 times. Henry, says Jamie, Fresh Country House says Lords on the Run.
What's that?
Every time he's got to get on there. Jim says Big Tallywhacker. I just don't know if I've got. Thomas Flynn says Many Miles Taproom, travelling pub. Yeah, that makes it sound like the Adventure Inn. The Adventure Inn.
Oh, that's good.
I like that, Thomas.
That's really good.
I like that. That's going on the list. Basically, we've got a short list of loads of names.
Whose idea was that?
Thomas Flynn.
That was a good one. Adventure Inn.
Yeah, I like that.
Thomas, he comes up to Huddersfield.
Huddersfield.
Love thee.
Jamie Seal, good cheers, Henry. Mick T says, if you pour a brewdog down the toilet, it brings dead goldfish back. Break my beer. Hello, mate.
Hello, you're right.
Guys, you're right. Sorry, say,
Thank
mate.
you for the review, by the way. I just made Chris's beer review drink it. He didn't like it, but Crummy loved it. So
What was that?
the High Roller. That is I think that's a divisive beer. Isn't it?
Wasn't for me.
No, but it's. I think it's It's divisive. You're either going to absolutely love it or absolutely hate it.
Absolutely.
There's loads of bubble gum and candy and all sorts of.
Neil
strange...
Long says, fancy a beery adventure to Prescott tomorrow? The Stratford-upon-Avon North, heavy connections to William Shakespeare. Neil Long, you should be over here, mate. What are you on about? Dave Rawson says, Tactical Nuclear Penguin was great. Strong, but great.
I never had that.
Henry 420 says,
Hello, Tony Dog.
At Mick T, hi, love Hayes Jane, but you can pour the punk IPA down the drain.
Do we need to order some food?
Yeah.
Is he getting... Are you guys hungry as well? Right.
To be fair,
I'll get some
food.
food.
That was moaning.
Let me get my phone.
Not that chicken one that made us ill. Henry Falcon. JBC, continue, mate. Yeah, no, it really was. Don't want it. That was the chicken pizza, wasn't it?
What, when you were sick?
That chicken pizza.
Oh, that was foul.
Eric Grunland says, drink a straight down yesterday. It's brewed with rice, but still almost in class with the better lags from Germany, a lot better than Corona. Eric, I will agree that it's a lot better than Corona. It's miles short for me of German stuff. Jim says, David, tell me about it. Neil Long says, wreck my beer. Hello there, fella. Mick T says, Lyle Henry, I've tried it once. My belly button popped. Look like Cater selling incarnate. Henry's laughing at Mick T. Mick Teff says, I bought a can of Elvis yesterday from Asda. 6.5%. It's just like the same. Grateful flavour, yes. I don't know. It's just marginalising quality out there a bit. I don't know. I'm not going to get into it. It annoys me though because they are the Hello Neil, good to see you. Fella says, rate my beer. Good evening, Chris says, rate my beer. Thomas says, hey Chris. David says, Jim, an intense imperial stout. Dark fruit. Absolutely. Tom Kemp Williams says, Goblin's gone down from 5.2 to 5 in bold. How much do you care on a scale from very much to complain? Not for me, mate. I think Hobgoblin went a long time ago. They were Witchwood and they got bought. Who did he got? Hobgoblin. Who did he get bought out by? Foreign brewer, isn't it? Hobgoblin, Witchwood. Was it Marston's? There we go. Basically foreign because it's north of Lincolnshire. Thomas says, Chris, which beer did you enjoy the most tonight? Chris is having a wee, but he. David Ross says, Gilly Gold. Are we this far behind? Gilly Golding from the Food and Wine Drink Program. Yeah. Talks about tasting like sweaty sand from Taylor Medals.
Right, okay.
Never had a chomp on one of those, mate. Mick T says somewhere else bar because you're always somewhere else. It's not a bad shout. Stick on the list, mate. We're getting all the list. My guess is, do we agree that Chris necks his drinks at an unreasonable speed? Chris's wife? Sorry. I'm used to doing the Rachel, sorry. It's learning the dynamics of the.
I'm used to.
Yeah, but you're Mrs. Crumby Beard. It's difficult. So, Rachel, would you say, do we all agree that Chris necks his drinks
Yes.
at an unreasonable speed?
Yes. And I tell him off for it all the time.
Rachel, his wife says yes, and she tells him off for it all the time.
He goes 3 big gulps and then goes, and he's like trying to catch his breath, or looks like he's going to throw up. Or,
He does 3 big gulps, and then looks like he's going to bore a new head out of Men in Black.
Do you guys want pizza?
Connor Jackson, my missus doesn't believe I'm talking to you guys. Can you both say hi? Connor's missus.
No, don't do that.
Connor's missus, he's talking to us, and you need to grab a beer because it's Good Friday. So
We'll
sort it out. Thomas Flynn says, any karaoke tonight? Nah, not round here, mate.
but you want decent pizza.
Not that weird chicken
No,
thing.
but like decent.
But, okay. Are we talking decent as in like non-food poisoning, or are we talking
Yeah,
decent?
we're talking decent and taste nice.
Yes. Thomas Flynn says 3 big gulps. 3 big gulps get all those hops tastes. It's true.
So who is saying this about Chris?
Where are we? Mark S. Do we all agree that Chris necks his drinks at an unreasonable speed?
Yeah. Completely unreasonable. I don't know why he does it. It's annoying. Especially the face that he pulls after he's done it.
There we go. You've heard it from the horse's mouth there. Rachel, Chris's wife, says he does consume his beers at an unreasonable speed.
Doesn't most things actually, any drink, you don't cold. Yeah.
Does it with most things, apparently.
Drinks,
Oh,
obviously.
drinks, apparently. That's Rachel's input, not me. Happy Easter, everybody. There we go. We got 39 of you absolute beauties in the chat. What's going on? Jim says, I can understand why.
Okay.
Tom Smith says, what are you sipping? I'm sipping a Lord's Sleeper Lager. It's 4%, but it feels like water compared to what we were drinking earlier. Pardon? Truth from Rachel on the left. If there's one going, is there one going? Yes, there is. Thank you. Pork pie. Conor Jackson says, thank you, mate. Thank you, mate. Legend. She can't drink as we're expecting. Oh, mate, congratulations. But she's having a cup of tea whilst I'm having a few beers. Connor's got his sass. Mate, Connor, I hope it all goes well, mate. Yeah, when's the due date? What are we talking? Boy, girl, give me all the information. I want to know it. Disco says, I've binned off the chippy idea, oven chips and another beer instead. Bye.
So Mark S says, is it just me or
Chris loves a goal.
3 always takes
A
3.
gulp is beer at unreasonable speed.
Yeah. And I said, yes, absolutely. It winds me up.
Marquez, Chris, you got to come around here. You got to explain yourself.
Yeah, please do.
So we're going to address this now. Chris, the floor is yours.
The floor is mine. Hello all. How are we? I've been a bit shy on the camera front tonight. Have we looked in this camera here?
Yeah, that's the one.
I'll look at the camera. What's the question? Do we all agree that Chris necks his drinks at an unreasonable speed? It's not unreasonable, Mark. It's not unreasonable. I've ordered this food. John's shouting in the background he's ordered his food. But in answer to your question, Mark, in my opinion, you've got to have at least 3 big gulps before you can really start talking about the flavours of a beer. A little sip. I watch people have their little sips and you think, seriously? How are you seriously getting everything? One big gulp. Have a think about it. Second gulp. Bit more of a think. Third gulp. You're there then. 3 big tastes and you are there. You are then in the moment of that beer. So yeah, big gulps. But Marcus, you're not the first person to say it. A lot of people on my beer reviews talk about how big a gulp I take. And I like to taste the beer. You've got to get it down, yeah. You've got to get it down. Simple as that. So big gulps, way forward, in my opinion. Big gulps, everybody. And if it's the first beer of the day, it's gone like that. 3, 4 gulps, it's gone. That's just the way I am, and it does drive Rachel nuts. I've been to a pub with Rachel, and I can literally do 3 pints in like half an hour. Then I slow down, absolutely. But the first few, they've got to go down. They've got to go down, Mark. Simple as that. You've got to have a big gulp, people. Get big gulps. That's where it's at. I don't know where they got to on the comments after that, whether they skipped comments or whatever.
We're all just cussing you.
Because you're too busy cussing me, according to the wife. You're all cussing me for having big gulps. But tell me what the problem is. Tell me what the problem is with big gulps, and we'll have a conversation about it. Simple as that. But I like big gulps. I've always done it. When I was a kid, from a young age, my grandmother always said, the day Chris starts drinking beer is a bad time, because I've always done it. I have always gulped everything. A can of Coke is gone in seconds. It just is. I like a big gulp. Simple as that. So if you think it's wrong, tell me why. Tell me why. And we'll discuss it. Is there something wrong with having big gulps of beer? Is there something wrong with it?
That's why you don't like 330 cans.
That's exactly why. And Rachel was right. She's there in the background saying that's why I don't like 330 cans. Because they're gone. 3 gulps and a 330ml can is gone. Maybe that's why they're called 330. 3 gulps gone. 330 gone. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about 330 gulps. Where did you go up to on the comments, Mark? Did you go back to this one? Did you go back?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
So where were we at? What's this 3? Absolutely, Thomas Flynn. 3 big gulps. Get
This
all those
one.
hot tastes.
Down to there, I'd say.
Thomas Flynn says, go on, Connor lad. Go on, Connor lad. Whatever you're doing, Connor lad. You go for it, mate. Go for it. Microwave curry. What conversation? I don't know where we are with what we're talking about. Microwave curries. Happy days. I've got no idea what we're talking about. What's Jim saying? Jim's a great guy. After dealing with a shit show all day, one would pound a few beers first. First thing when arriving home. Do you know what, Jim? I'm all over that. I'm absolutely. If you've had a really pants day, smashing a few beers. Oh, absolutely. Which mic are we working on here?
I think so, fun.
Apparently we're working on this one, this mic. But yeah, I agree, Jim. After a really pants day, pounding a few beers when arriving home.
I think this is a thing.
Absolutely.
I think this is a thing, Chris. Do you not think that having a couple of beers, a beer is more than just a taste? A beer is more than...
Yeah.
It's more of like, for me, if we've had a long week, or as Jim says here, we're talking about the release. As soon as you can crack a can or crack a bottle,
Yeah.
the stress is gone.
I agree. I so agree. I absolutely agree. If I've had a really pants day at work, one of the first things I do is look at the time of day and think, is this a sensible time of day to crack a beer? And if I think it is, I'm cracking a beer. And for me, having that first couple of big gulps, because I take big gulps, we know this. I'm in heaven.
Big
I'm
gulps,
like,
Chris.
Yeah, big gulps, Chris.
Rachel, what we saying? Big gulps, Chris.
I might change my name. We might change it from Chris's beer reviews to Big Gulp Chris.
Big gulps, Chris.
And I do. I love that. And Rachel will vouch for it. When I've come home after a really pants day, I'm cracking a beer.
It's that release, isn't it?
It is a release.
Beer,
Yeah.
This is the thing. Everyone talks about how drinking beer, the word alcoholic gets banded around
Well, of
quite
course it does.
frequently, and
Yeah.
all the rest of it and everything else. But there's nothing better than getting in from a bloody
Yeah.
hard week at work
Absolutely.
and having a pint of beer
I agree.
or a can of beer. It doesn't matter what it is.
Doesn't matter.
It's just that release, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a release.
Is it the same for you?
It's exactly the same. And that's fair, isn't it, Rachel?
Yes, dear.
She says yes to it. Rachel's not a big drinker.
That she does not agree.
But yeah, I agree. It is. It's coming home. You've had a really pants day. And I think I need a beer. I've got to have a beer.
Get rid of it, can't you?
Yeah. And that doesn't mean I'm going to sit there in an evening and smash 6, 7, 8 beers. Sometimes I'll only have 1 or 2 beers in an evening. But coming in and having that beer is a release. It just is. And
Signifies something, doesn't it? I don't know what it is. It's obviously...
It's putting it behind you, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's putting behind that end of day blues that you might have had. It's just putting that behind you, thinking, I'm home, I'm in a lovely environment. I love being at home. I love being at home with a wife and kids. That in itself is nice, but then just having a beer just takes that edge away. And you're just like, oh yeah, absolutely. It doesn't mean I'm going to sit there and smash 6 or 7 beers. I don't. I just do not. But just having that one, and it's gone in seconds. It's literally three gulps. That's why I hate 330ml cans, because then I've got to go and get another one. But yeah, absolutely. I completely agree. I'm all with you, Jim. I am all with you all over that. Where do we go to? We tried to go to the chip shop earlier. We tried to go, oh God, I can't even say that. We tried to go chip shop earlier, massive queue down the road. Not good news. Not good news, Tom. When you desperately need some fish and chips, you don't want to be queuing.
Very annoying.
Earlier, I get that. Laughing. Exactly. Go to get all the hops. Got to go and get the hops. Got to get the hops. Proper reviewer, you mate. Which one of the 4 are we talking about? We're all good. We all love reviewing beer. That's what it's about. Nice to see you in Rate My Beer. Hope you're doing well. Hope pair of you are doing well.
Not much interaction with Rate My Beer on my channel, but cheers, guys. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
I'm aware of you. I've
Nice
seen your
to see
videos,
you.
but yeah, good to see you.
Nice
Hope you
to
well.
see you.
Have a lovely Easter.
Yeah, have a lovely Easter. Hope you all have a lovely Easter. Nice long weekend for everyone. I'm with you on the beers. I've got American Brown Ale. Oh, I love an American Brown
what a
Ale.
beer style that is.
American Brown Ale.
You don't
Fantastic.
see it though, do you?
It's not
You
enough.
don't see it.
And this is what I want to see more of. I want to see more of that this year. I want to see more bitters, more brown ales, more milds. That's what I want this year.
I think we're seeing it. I think
they are.
beer
They're coming.
trends. I think
They
we're
are.
going to be lucky.
They're coming.
We're going to be lucky.
And they need to, because I think in the worlds of certainly craft beer, people are getting a little, I'm going to say it, I'm getting a little bit bored of the big fruity IPAs.
Hop fatigue.
Yeah.
It is hop fatigue.
I
It
wanna
is a
get
thing.
back.
Hop fatigue is
Yeah.
a thing.
It is a thing. It absolutely is. And I want to get back to proper good bitters, proper ESBs, proper milds. And yeah, American brown ales. Absolutely. I'm all over that idea.
Yeah.
I want to see
Fantastic.
I want to see more. I really do. Rasco, how are you, mate? Rasco and Disco, hope you're both well. I'm with you on the beers. We've just done that, haven't we? Have I just done that comment? I think we did. Definitely agree with that. Good. I'm glad you agree. Big gulps, more fun. Yeah, boy. Big gulps, more fun. Absolutely. Got to have a big
Tom,
gulp.
Tom, I'm just going to take that photo for my missus, mate. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Rachel.
Big gulps, more fun.
Yeah. You'd agree with that, wouldn't you, Rachel? Big gulps, more fun. No, she's not buying. She's not buying.
Doesn't want it.
The missus doesn't agree. She does not agree with it. We'll sort that out in the hotel tonight. She might not agree with it. Let's just say I got a lumpy stout and the missus won't swallow it. Super.
Oh my God, where is this
Oh,
thing gone?
loved it. Love this. No problems. You haven't. I love it. I just end up wankered. There comes a point where you do have to slow down on the big gulps. There does come a point. My wife drinks like a fish. Love to hear that. My wife doesn't. My wife really doesn't drink a lot. She really doesn't.
No, neither does mine.
No.
I think it's probably quality in a wife, though. I always. The biggest thing I can think of is, right, we landed in Malta a couple of weeks ago. We went to this bagel shop and we were eating like salt beef bagels and stuff. It's like really kind of cool. And then the beer that they had in was either the big Chisk, it's called, it was the big brewer on the island, or I bought from the same store, from the same shop, and Ayinger Irvice. So I was like,
Yeah.
don't see that often in the UK. I haven't had that. And my wife tried it. And she was like, that's amazing.
Nice.
And I was like, this is the world. Like,
It is.
beer isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If I-
encourage your partners into it.
Yeah, why not? If the amount of times I've said to Rachel, taste this, and she's like, no, I'm not tasting that. It's beer. I'm not tasting it. And she does. And she's like, it's just beer. But every now and then, a little nugget comes up, and she's like, I have to admit, that's actually quite nice. And for me, that's a win. That's a massive win. It's a massive
When
win.
it's such a big part of your life, and
Yeah.
obviously because you're immersed in it too, and it's like when you go on holiday, like, I don't know, I just went on holiday a couple of weeks ago. It's like you just want you want your wife to sort of believe in it a little bit,
Yeah.
encourage you a little bit,
Yeah.
understand a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. It is the understanding. It's just understanding a quality beer. But if they don't drink beers regularly, it's very difficult for them to understand
Absolutely.
a quality beer. And that's the issue I have with Rachel. I was like, this is quality. This is really good. This is why it's good. And she'll taste it. She'll go, it's just beer. Like, it's not. Every now and then, there's just a little one that she'll go, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I know
Every
what
now
you
and
mean.
then. And that's always good.
It's so difficult.
Connor is saying, Mark, our due date is 4th of June, mate.
Oh, mate, Connor.
Quality.
Connor, let
Quality.
me know. Message me on Instagram, please.
Love that.
When it all turns
Love
up,
that.
please.
Hi, Chris, mate. Hi, Connor. Hope you're well. Hope you're well, mate.
Good
I'm
luck
all
with you.
good.
Honestly, good luck, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck. 4th of June's not long to go. Pub name idea, Big Gold Pin.
It would be if it
boy.
fit this geezer's up.
Yeah. You see, maybe I should change my pub shed. My pub shed has got a hanging sign outside it, and it's called the Open Arms. And I called it the Open Arms because there's only actually one pub in the UK, and it's in Coventry, called the Open Arms. But the other reason I called it the Open Arms is my pub's open to everyone. Everyone is welcome with open arms. That's why I called it the Open Arms.
Apart from John.
Apart from John. The thing is, John's never going to come to mine because he's allergic to cats, and I've got 4 of the little sods and a dog. Unless it's the summer, and then I put my bell tent up in the garden, and he can stay in there. But the Big Gold Pin, you're onto something there, Tom. I might change my pub name, mate. I really might. Thank you, Rate My Beer and Thomas. Pleasure. Thomas is in the house. I'll take it then. Good old Thomas. What's the point with 330ml cans? Oh, I couldn't agree more, Eric. I couldn't agree more.
No, I like him.
They wind me up.
No, I like him.
When you're a big gulping, they're gone. When you're a big gulper, they're gone.
If you're boshing off about 200 mils,
They're gone.
200
I
mils
agree.
gold.
I can't stand
No,
330s. No, I don't like them. They do if you use the second one, Eric. You have got to follow up a 330 with a second one, and then it gets pricey. Sorry, just to be clear, no judgment. I love a beer to separate the day too. You have it right, and I'm on your side.
Fair play.
Well done, Mark. All that. There doesn't have to be judgment. There shouldn't be judgment
It's not
involved
judgment,
in it.
mate.
No, not at all.
You
Not
do what you
at all.
You do what you do.
Jim, who's a top man. When I was much younger, after my shift, the boys would get together and have a choir practice. Sure, you can't do that no more. Oh, okay. I don't think we're going into detail on that one. We're waiting till the birth to find out if it's a boy or a girl, mate. Funnily enough, you do have to wait till the birth. But I actually like that because some people do find out.
Did you find out the birth?
No. We didn't with the first. We did with the second, but there were reasons for that. There were reasons.
Yeah, that's fair.
But with the first, no, we didn't. So, yeah, wait until the birth to find out. I love that. I do love that.
For me, if you can, that's a big thing in it.
Yeah.
If you can, because it's a big thing. But if you can find out, I just found it. I think there's a lot of pressure to do one thing either
Yeah.
way, but I would probably just say do what you want to do.
Yeah, do what you want to do.
And I just found it a better thing to find out. It was just like one of those like little odds that you stack in your favour when there's loads of unknowns.
So you found out.
Yeah.
And why did you do that?
Just because we, in the world of unknowns, we were like just stack an odd in our favour.
But isn't unknowns good? In some cases, unknown is good.
I'll tell you what, in the world of unknowns, that was like a little nugget of just knowing.
Okay.
But yeah.
So what about I like not knowing. With our second, we did find out. There's reasons for that. But what I'm not a big fan of is something we adopted from America. Is did you do baby shower?
No.
I'm so glad you said that.
Oh, all this like popping balloon nonsense.
Yeah, what a
Like,
baby
you
shower
wax
is
the
all
golf
about.
ball.
Oh,
it's
it's ridiculous.
It's
isn't
cringy.
it?
Just-
Baby showers, gender reveal
No.
parties.
Oh.
I don't get any of that. I really, if that's your thing, happy days. If it makes everybody happy, that's great. But for me, no, not for me. Oh, I forgot to say, I had the elusive black IPA Oregon Trail. Oh, superb. What did you think of it, Marquez?
Elusive. Oh, fantastic, aren't they?
They are. They've got a couple of wonkies, but that black Oregon Trail. Have you not had it?
No,
You've got to go and
not
buy
that particular beer.
The Black Oregon Trail Westie is outstanding.
You lot
Absolutely
filleting
outstanding.
elusive again.
We are, yeah.
Oh.
We're giving them a little
Yeah, but the thing is with Elusive, it's like everybody, because their marketing is fantastic.
Oh, it is.
Their social media is fantastic. You think you would think they're massive, but they're not. They're minuscule.
Oh, they are small.
They're smaller.
Yeah,
they're
they are
smaller
small.
than probably Lord's Brewing.
Maybe. Yeah.
And where they are, like geographically situated, it's right across from Siren. So it's like,
Yeah.
and I don't hate Siren. Of course I hate Siren, but I just like, well, if you're gonna go in, just buy this guy's beer. But Elusive do insane beers.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. They've had a couple of wonkies recently, but that black IPA, that black Oregon Trail Westie,
The West Coast stuff is insane.
woo, it is unreal. Their double Westie was great, but that black IPA, how can a black IPA work with a Westie? It shouldn't work. Should not work.
I
But that-
think they should have off days because when I was about I've only bought one beer from them, and I've mentioned it several times. It was their pumpkin Halloween special. And when I was looking for Halloween beers, I put a few posts out saying any recommendations. So I like pumpkin ale, but they're often naff. When they're good, I enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
And several people came to me and said, "Elusives, fantastic." That was not last year's, years before. I saw no one else touch it that year,
So they're not all like
and it was awful.
Yeah.
And I've seen the people the year before were saying it was fantastic, and people last year were saying it was fantastic. That one I had was dry. It was brown. It was brown water. It was not a good beer at all.
They have made some clangers, and two absolute clangers they made was the white stout from Elusive Brewing was dreadful. So dreadful,
Difficult style though.
I had to have contact with Elusive over that. We did have some dialogue over it. And then the second one that was very strange was the black IPA called Juxtapose, which was, I reviewed it, and it was one of the most weirdest black IPAs I've ever had. So when they said they were doing a black IPA Oregon Trail West Coast, I was seriously worried. But it's beer of the year for me so far. Absolutely beer of the year. Outstanding beer.
But you look at the thing is with Elusive, they seem to specialise in the American stuff.
Yeah, they do.
The West Coast, the American Reds they do, and the American Pales. American Red was called, what was it? Something. It was the one of the series. I think the American Pale was called Lat 70 or 59
Yeah,
or
it
something.
was. Yeah, something along them lines.
And the American
Yeah.
Red was called Edition 59. There was like a name differentiation.
Yeah.
But Elusive beers are insane.
Most
Love
of them
it.
are.
Absolutely.
Generally, they're top drawer. Rasco and Disco saying, whose wife? Whose wife? I don't know. Whose wife? The Lagerlogs. How are you, Lagerlogs? Hope you're
Hey,
well.
hey Stu.
My wife.
Stu's
My
in.
wife.
How do Stu?
Hey, dude.
I'm in.
Six flows down. Neil knows that.
Yeah.
Jolly good. Big Kevs. Oh, Big Kev. How are you, mate? Hey, guys. Big gulps. Big gulps are all good. All right. See you later.
Has he? Criminally underrated content. Mate.
Big gulps equals big mouth. Some might say. Not me. Obviously, no, sir. My mouth's not that big. Is it that big?
Hello, darling. No, I'm joking. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Rate my beer and Mark pronounced Sisk right
Chisk.
as well, mate. Is it Chisk? Is it Chisk?
Cheers.
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 Don't know what you're talking about. You know it, Neil.
Maltese lager.
You know it, Neil. You know it. Connor's up backing us. I'll be buzzing either way. Me and my missus agree with you both. Baby showers are not for us.
Yes!
Yeah.
Fight
Yeah.
the weird trend.
It's an American thing. It's another American thing that we've adopted, and we never needed to adopt it.
Let's whack a cupcake off the table. Don't do it. You're boring.
They're all wrong. Baby showers are all wrong. What's your favourite nuts?
Scampi fries
They're not nuts.
or pub snack.
I didn't do the full question.
Oh, nuts! I really like the chili ones, not the chili glaze ones, like the chili salty ones. Do you know what I mean?
I just like a good. Now I can't remember what they're called. What, dry roasted.
Dry roasted.
I love a good dry roasted nut. Favourite pub snack? I'm going to go pork scratchings.
Oh, what a shout that is! What a shout that is! Yeah.
Love a pork scratching.
Good.
Pork scratchings are immense. But yeah, nuts. I love walnuts. Absolutely love walnuts. But with beer, dry roasted nuts all day long.
What a shout!
Asked Tommy Sand, asked it all before. Just wonder if there's an overall consensus on it.
What's your favourite nuts or pub snacks? Yeah. That is it.
Yeah. I know it's outrate my beer. Full credit to the lovely lady. Full credit to the lovely lady. Absolutely. Am I going back to that one? Is that what you're pointing at? Rasco, you know it, mate. She's a proper drinker. You know that.
Mate, fair play. Your missus
Absolutely.
loves a beer. I love it.
I love that
So
your missus
good.
loves a beer.
It's so good.
I do love that. I do, because the amount of times I try to get my missus to love a beer and it ain't happening. If I had a gin channel, she'd be on it all the time. In fact, it'd be her channel. I do like a gin as well. To be fair.
Rachel's gym reviews.
I've tried, but she won't do it.
Rachel's gym reviews.
There you go, see? Miserable cow. She won't do it.
Coming to you in 2024.
She's golden. I love her. I love her to bits. Lager lads, what a bunch of lads. It looks a great time at the Taproom. It's fantastic. And this is the first time I've met Mark and I've met Tom. We've been on lives together, but meeting people in person is such a different thing, isn't it? And it's amazing. But nothing's awkward, is it? It's not like, oh, do I know you? Do I not? Having those lives has brought us together already, isn't it?
Yeah, I think beyond what we are, it's just like it's a natural thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is natural.
It's natural.
We love it. We love it. Big gulps of the Dumb and Dumber quote. It is, you're right.
Big gulps.
I might change my channel name to Dumb and Dumber. Love a big gulp. Mersey Beers is in. How are you, Adam? Hope you're well, mate.
Honey roast
peanuts.
They are banging.
There's another one. Do enjoy a honey roast nut as well. Do enjoy. Julie Roberts with a big smile would then be a really big. Oh, Julia Roberts. Julia Roberts. What a lovely lady. What a stunner. What a stunner. Connor, yeah, they are. I love it, lads. I messaged you both on Instagram when baby's born. Yeah, do so, mate. Is it your first, Connor? Is it your first baby? It's fantastic. Kids are fantastic. They really are. They're awkward. They cost you a lot of money. They cause you a lot of grief. But I certainly wouldn't be without my two kids. Wouldn't be without them. Tom Flynn, after the lockdowns and all that in the past, good to see people meeting each other in person. Absolutely, Tom. Thomas. Would you prefer to be called Tom or Thomas? The fact that you put Thomas, it says Thomas. So yeah, Thomas, it is great. Isn't it? The lockdowns, I have certain views on all the lockdowns and whether they were really necessary, etc. But yeah, bringing people back together after lockdown was fantastic. So yeah, I'm delighted that people are out meeting each other again, socialising, doing what humans should do. We're social creatures. We shouldn't have been locked down. We should be socialising. That's what humans are good at. So I agree. Absolutely agree. We need another northern trip. You do. Nothing wrong with a northern trip. I'm down south.
The north's good.
North is good. North is fantastic. Either, mate. Happy days. Right, I need another beer. I haven't had a beer for a little while, so I'm going to go and get myself another beer. Tom's here. He's going to take over. But I have got up with the comments, which means he's now got a chat on his own, which makes life harder for Tom. So I'm going to get another beer, and then I'll come back.
Thanks,
See you in a
Chris.
minute.
Fortunately, Mark's behind me.
Oh, Mark's behind as well. So
Mark's
you two
behind me.
crack
He's well
on.
on his way. So we've got no
I'm
comments.
loving Mark.
We've got no comments. We've got this sort of nonsense for a while.
Oh, mate, swear me in.
So when does the pint of Pringles appear?
Ooh, the Pint of Pringles.
Pint of Pringles. Still my favourite moment. Wow. It's my second. No, it's not true. It's my second favourite moment in live beer YouTube history. My favourite moment was what we can only describe as Simo's Mumgate.
I didn't see this. I wasn't on there.
It was on my channel, and I at one point I just turned my camera off because I had no control anymore. Someone not in control of any computer just took over. So.
Colin Jackson says, "It's my first mate. Yeah, I'm scared, but is that a beer?
I hope
Or,
so. What's good? What's
What's going on here?" Thomas says, "Get another beer and 3 big gulps."
Oh no, it's his first kid.
Oh,
There you go.
I know.
That makes more sense.
Welcome to the world of feeling frustrated all the time. Thomas
You're
Flynn?
selling it well.
Yeah. It's reality, Tom. We don't do enough around it. Connor, sorry, mate. Thomas says, "Get another beer and 3 big gulps."
That was for Chris. Yeah.
Mosey Beer says, "However, my beer snack choice is currently Aldi's version of chicken and thyme sensations. They are decent.
I've not tried those. They're good.
I can imagine they're pretty good. That is the sort of thing that Aldi would do well."
I've always found Aldi's savoury snacks not their best area, but I'm happy to hear there is something good out there. I'll have to try them.
On this conversation, where them peanut pretzels?
John ate them all. I think that's what happened.
Thomas says, "If you were a superhero but the powers of drink related, what superpower would you have?"
It's just no hangover. That's got to be it.
To drink dangerously strong beer and not fall over my own suitcase.
It's niche but appropriate. I think I want. I'm just going with no hangover.
Yeah, that's good.
Just wait. As soon as you've had, I'd just like to have like 2 hours sleep and be immediately sober and fresh. That would be nice.
It's a good skill. No, it is. It really is. Stu says, "Congratulations on 1K, Crummy. Marky boy should clear 1K by the end of the year." Well, I hope so.
Thank you very much. So much appreciated. I think it'll be well before the end of the year. You're on course, mate. You're on course. As is Chris.
It's just I just love. The thing is, I think there's this. There is this like weird racy thing to 1,000 YouTube, but genuinely, I don't care. Like it will happen. Like I know it happened. So
it's
no pressure.
So, yeah, it's a funny thing because obviously 1,000 means you're eligible to make money from any ad revenue.
Yeah,
which is great. The reality is, if you've just hit 1,000, the amount you're going to make in ad revenue it's not going to pay for a beer per video, right? Like it's not that much. But on the flip side, there is I've not really had it yet, but I've kind of half had the thought that actually, as soon as you're eligible, suddenly the subscriber count is somewhat irrelevant, and what then matters is the view count. And as this thing kind of flips, because but it's YouTube's own fault in a way, because they say you're only eligible once you do so many watch hours and so many subscribers. But those aren't necessarily the things.
Barometers of a good channel.
They aren't. Well, it's not even that. They're not barometers of a good channel, but they're also not the barometers that they like for a video. So you do the things that you're almost forced to try, and if your intention is to make it, I don't want to say financially successful, because that's pretty much not going to happen ever. But if your intention is to try and make it maybe financially neutral, which is a place that would be nice to be at, where you put a review out of a beer, you pay for the beer, and you make that much back, that would be a nice situation to be in. But as I say, YouTube asks for X parameters to be able to do that. But at the same time, those parameters are not necessarily the same as the parameters that they favour for qualitative content after that point. So they almost force you to do things. If you want to get there quickly, they force you to do things that won't benefit you long term. So it's a bit of a juxtaposition, really. It's a bit of an odd one, but yeah, you'll get there. You'll be there soon.
Genuinely, I don't care. All right, honestly, I think it's lovely to be monetized and all the rest of it, but I do it because I love it. I do, like this tonight is like the crescendo of what I do.
No one's doing this because it's financially viable.
No.
As I said, like it's not a thing. But
I enjoy it most of all. Like the avenues it's opened up.
Yeah.
In terms of me meeting you,
Yeah, absolutely.
we're good friends now,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
John and Chris is behind me, and Paul's not here tonight, and
Yeah, that's it. That's what you really get out of it. Because truthfully, if everyone did it just for trying to make a couple of quid on each can of whatever it is, you give up after a month because you know that's just it's not going to happen. So
I've done a couple of brandy things, and they're like cost neutral brand things. It's like we'll do it, but it's going to cost you nothing. It's like,
yeah, absolutely.
But it is what it is. Like, don't do YouTube straight.
Oh, Jagman's in.
Jackman, how you doing,
How you
mate?
doing, Jackman?
Cheers, all. Hope you're doing a good one. Cheers,
You
Jackman.
too, sir. What are you doing this fine Easter weekend?
Thanks a lot, Jackman. Thomas Smith says, who would win in a race or karaoke competition, Mark? Oh, mate, I am insane at karaoke. Genuinely. We're talking
It
like...
depends on the metric. If you talk about like clearing everyone out, then I might win.
I'm talking dance moves.
Oh, dance move. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the race or
Keep
karaoke, they're quite different.
I mean, I'll have a crack at karaoke, mate.
I mean, I'm not winning in a foot race. I'll be honest.
Jagger says, Dave Wilson, Conor Jackson says, I'm going to stop driving now. Just watching George's stream. Oh, mate, like, we appreciate you input, mate. Like, yeah, fair play.
Keep commenting, sir.
Yeah,
Keep commenting.
please do. Marcus, is Chris typing? Is Chris young or old? I can't tell ages.
He's just ageless. It's just
No,
Chris.
he genuinely is aging. Marcus says, is Chris young or old?
Oh,
I can't tell ageless.
He's just ageless.
no.
Just
Very, very old.
Rachel, his wife, says he's old.
Very.
Very old.
This is all relative, though, to the person asking, isn't it?
No.
Is Chris young or old? Well, it depends on what you term as young or old, really. I am 47. I'm 48 in July. So is that young or is that old?
Again, it depends on the person asking, right?
Oh, of course.
If the person asking 60, then you're very, very young. If the person asking is 18, then relatively you're old.
To me,
As
it
old
sounds.
we are.
To me, 48, well, almost 48, sounds young. My body doesn't feel young, but my mind feels 21. So, in my mind, I'm young.
As long as
I'm
you
all
feel
young.
kind of young, it's fine.
No, it's good.
I like it. Yeah, I like it.
It's also not magic. My knees have not felt young since I was 14. So like, that's what drinking too much and playing rugby does for you. You know, it's like,
Dave Wilson, I've Jackman has it with you. Jim says, Tom, have you received your AdSense pin yet?
pin.
I never had an AdSense.
I didn't have a pin. It's all cleared now, Jim. I'm on the program.
Jackman says, Dave Wilson, yeah, good. Right, my beer, hello, mate. Says, you should make their own rules. Crazy things to make. Yeah. Like, if you're doing this on YouTube, you to make money, you are a bad business person.
You ain't making money.
Okay.
Not making
You got to do it for the love of what you're talking about.
Right, this is the 4,000 watch hours is the mad amount. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, if I'm being honest, I'm looking at my YouTube now and I'm thinking I'm about 1,000 hours shy. But that should be easy to make up with my bigger following.
Do you want to know the easy way to that? It's live streams.
Live stream, yeah.
Live streams.
I've shied away from them for a long time, but
Do a 3-hour live every week for a month, and you'll see that.
Oh, you will. I notice a difference. So I don't do many lives. I do very few lives. And I'm on 905 subscribers. And my 4,000 hours was lacking a little bit. And when we did that live last weekend, that bar at the bottom went whoop. Brilliant. Really did.
Oh yeah, massively.
But it
When
does.
I hit 1,000, I was 5,000 hours watch hours.
Yeah.
Because of so many lives.
Because you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
Well, no, I didn't. It wasn't like it wasn't a cognitive. I need to get this time up. It was just that.
Because I'm in that moment now.
I've been doing lives.
Being honest.
I've been
being totally honest.
I've been over 4,000 watch hours for a year before I got to 1,000 subscribers.
But then it depends on the content. It depends on what you're doing.
And it's mostly live stream.
If you look at my other channel, which is monetized, on my other channel, and bear in mind it's monetized, there's no more than 38 videos on that, and I've never done a live.
Yeah.
And that's
Big
monetized.
content is different.
But it depends on the content.
This struggle, yeah.
And that's the thing. Beer reviewing is never going to make you money.
It's a lifestyle, isn't it?
But it's not about the money for me. When I get to 1,000, I will monetize the channel because anything that helps buy beer
You'd be stupid not to.
is a no-brainer. My other channel has got 1,300 subs, and like I say, it's got less than 40 videos on it. We've got monetized, but even that itself is a niche market, and it probably earns me 20 quid a month. But that channel is not about the money, but that 20 quid a month is still, thank you very much. That does kind of give you a little bit of encouragement. Makes you think, yeah, why not? But the other channel is all about helping people. But when my beer channel hits 1,000, I will monetize it. Simple as that.
You'd be fucking stupid not to.
And if it's 20 quid a month, that's still 20
There's
quid
no
a beer.
shame in it either.
Absolutely.
There's no shame in it.
Absolutely. And if that 20 quid a month means I
It
can
might be
buy
a week's
4
worth of
grain
content you
beers.
don't have to pay for.
Exactly. So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? And you can skip adverts and everything else. So why not? Why wouldn't you?
Like I've got a mass little beer coming out. That's going to get probably 500 views. That's going to cost me the best part of 14, 15 quid. So why shouldn't
Why
I
shouldn't
make
you?
some money?
Absolutely. Why shouldn't you?
It's not making money. It's
No.
recovering your losses.
It's offsetting
Exactly.
losses, yeah, that's all it
Absolutely.
is.
That's
recovering your
a big difference. Thomas Flynn says, and you have videos to look back and
True.
that's so true. It's kind of like Facebook memories. I love those guys. Mersey Beer says, the only time I cared about subscribers is when you needed 500 to get to community tab. Now it's really lost. Released for everybody. I don't care. In fact,
Yeah, that's funny. I got to 500 subs when it was still restricted. Got the community tab open, and 6 weeks later, they opened it up to everyone.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like a funny thing.
But I rarely use my.
Eric
Community
says,
tab, really use
don't know if you guys in Star Trek, but synthanol in that world rule out alcohol, but without bad side effects.
I think that was the answer to the question. What superpower could you have if it was related? I think it's
Synthanol. Most businesses, please should subscribe to Blue Nose Beer Reviews and this channel after YouTube releases. I'm looking underage.
Oh, did he really?
Really?
Oh wow, yeah, he's back on now.
Most businesses 10 years of videos down the drain. Oh
Wow.
man,
Seriously?
that is rubbish. If that's happened, that's terrible.
Yeah. That's
For looking
outrageous.
underage.
Surely they can verify his age.
Good God.
Surely. That's outrageous.
Disco says looking average or acting under average. Yeah, but either way, that's not cool. Jack Mann says I'll turn 50 tomorrow.
Oh,
Just
happy
got to do a
birthday,
bit
sir.
to locate the craft beer places. Mate, have a great
Nice.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Moses
sir.
Beer says Chris, you're younger than Raggy, and he is still young, so I think you are good. Raggy was in my neck of the woods the other day.
Was it? John's acquired food.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can look in what time? How long have you been going?
3 hours.
3:58.
We could knock it off at 4.
12 more minutes.
Huh?
We're on 3:48.
Disco says, Jack Man, when you lie about your age, you are meant to take years off. Oh dear. Jack Man's on the day, a steady running man.
I need to go for a pee again.
It's gone on YouTube. Yeah, it's kind of like it around here.
It's got lovely coming.
Disco says, happy Happy birthday, Jaggers. Genuinely thought you were younger than me, and I'm younger than Chris.
What's he got?
What's he got? Oh, that was me.
Now. Let's go with that right now. Let's go.
Crummy, I've got this. If that helps bribery. Oh my gosh, the dog has eaten the carrier bag.
Now.
Good boy.
I never even thought about it. Sorry, man.
That was a locked jaw.
My gosh.
Derry, I reached affiliate on my Twitch channel. I was streaming every day. Did
I
you?
nearly killed the dog.
What? Yeah, it's bad business model. You got 2 descriptions like that. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Thomas Finn, Chris is medium age. He really is. Jack was a good fella to what food you get? Pizza.
Yeah, baby.
Pizza. Right, my business. Good to see you, Jack, man. Paul's beer reviews. Oh, you slag. You drunk yet? He is.
Hello. Hey. How you doing? All right. We're eating food's here. Pizza. I nearly killed Crummy's dog.
I didn't realise it was a plastic bag.
I threw a plastic bag and a paper bag that had doner meat and chips in it, which is like quite a big thing for a dog, really. Not one of my finer moments. So, yeah. No, not quite. I'm all right. I think Mark's a bit wobbly. Chris is all right. And Crummy's fine. Well, it seems fine. April says a gym. Paul's beer reviews. Coins. Come on, you spares. Paul, come on the line. Yeah, you can if you want. You can run it for a bit. We can't hear you, though, because this laptop has the suckiest speaker ever. No, it wasn't Da Vinci's. No, this is Master. So, yeah. Me and the missus say hi. Also, all the wives and girlfriends of you great bunch. Me and the missus say hi. Also to the... Yep. Connor says hello to all you lot. And his wife says hello. They all say hello back. They're all waving. John, will you be ordering takeaway from Big? I won't deliver up here, mate. We are on a hill in the middle of nowhere. Right, my bit. All good here, mate. Cheers. Says Jagman. Hello, Jagman. How you doing? Bit Pint, he said. True. All right, Jag. Thoughts on 3 gulps? Yeah, it's not normal, is it? Let's face it. I mean, I'm a fast drinker, but yeah, I can't do it in 3 gulps. My head looks really red in this light, but it's not that red. I can assure you. Right. We've been going nearly 4 hours. Evening, lads. Oh, it's not the same without you. It's not the same. Everyone saying hello. Right. We are meant to be doing a quiz, but the person that's doing the quiz has had a few drinks. A lot of drinks, actually. So, yeah, I think so. I think I might take a break and chill out and have some food. Hey, doggies. I'm sorry about the carrier bag incident. They're looking at me like they're going to eat me. It's true. Hey, no worries, Connor. You're a legend. John! Paul, get back to hawking pints. Not slacking in here. That's right, Disco. You tell him. Oh, but the quiz though, I know. I wanted to do the quiz, but Mark's had a few beers. I don't want to put the pressure on. It's his Easter weekend. That is a magnificent bit. It is. Lid's sorted me out because I was looking a bit rough. When is Fat Tony getting bottled? I'm not sure if we're going to bottle Fat Tony. We'll see how it goes. If people like it, we might do it. Who's doing a quiz? We were going to do a quiz tonight, but then things got a bit messy. And somebody has had quite a lot of beer, so that might not happen. Good night all. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, I think we're going to call it a day there. I love you all. Thank you for joining us at the tap room. And there's lots of new exciting stuff coming. I'm opening a bar soon, and we'll have all of that. Yeah, it's true, David. Your beard is quite a bit better than mine. And yeah, we're going to be opening a new tap room and bar. So that's all coming soon. So as soon as it gets through all the solicitor stuff and all that kind of thing, then that's right. That's what. As soon as I said solicitor, they were like, "Oh." Yeah, there's blue roll everywhere. There's like a massive. There was. There on the bottle thing on the back thingy there is. So yeah, so love you all, and thank you for joining us on this wonderful live. I'm going to go and kick back, have some beers, chill out with my friends, listen to some music, and have fun. Have a great Easter weekend. Have fun. Be loved. Don't be on your own.